Article 7. Diet and Nutrition for Clear, Glowing Skin 1. Why what you eat shows on your skin. Your skin is the largest organ of your body, and also one of the most honest. Every bite you take affects its elasticity, clarity, and ability to heal. Unlike creams that work from the outside, nutrition fuels your skin from within. When your diet is balanced with vitamins, minerals, and hydration, the difference is visible. Fewer breakouts, brighter tone, and a natural glow. Your skin is a mirror of your gut, and your habits point to. The gut-skin connection inside your intestines lives a vast ecosystem of bacteria called the microbiome. When balanced, it controls inflammation and absorbs nutrients efficiently. But a diet high in sugar, alcohol, and processed food throws this balance off, leading to acne, rosacea, or eczema. Supporting your gut with fiber and fermented foods is the foundation of clear skin. Point 3. Hydration. The simplest glow secret. Skin cells are made mostly of water. Dehydration causes tightness, flakiness, and dullness. Drink 2 to 3 liters of water daily and add hydrating foods like cucumber, watermelon, and oranges. Herbal teas, chamomile, green, rooibos also count. Caffeine and alcohol do the opposite. They dehydrate. Point 4. Essential macronutrients for skin health. Your skin thrives on a balance of protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates. Protein supplies amino acids to build collagen and elastin. Healthy fats, omega-3 and 6, keep the barrier supple. Complex carbs, grains, vegetables, provide steady energy without insulin spikes. Crash diets deprive skin of these essentials and can lead to dryness and premature aging. Point 5. Vitamins that make a visible difference. Vitamin A controls oil production, speeds healing. Found in carrots, spinach, eggs. Vitamin C boosts collagen and fades dark spots. Citrus, kiwi, broccoli. Vitamin E, antioxidant that protects from UV damage. Nuts and avocados. Vitamin B complex keeps skin moist and reduces redness. Whole grains and bananas. Point 6. Minerals for strength and clarity. Zinc, anti-inflammatory, reduces acne. Pumpkin seeds, lentils, seafood. Selenium, fights free radicals. Brazil nuts and brown rice. Iron, prevents pale, dull skin. Spinach, red meat, beans. Copper, supports melanin production for even tone. Point 7. Omega fatty acids, the beauty oils within omega-3s, EPA and DHA, from salmon, chia, flaxseed, and walnuts reduce inflammation and dryness. They improve acne, eczema, and psoriasis by keeping the barrier resilient. Aim for 2 servings of fatty fish weekly or take a high-quality fish oil supplement. Point 8. Antioxidants. Your natural sunblock antioxidants neutralize free radicals that cause wrinkles and pigmentation. Colorful plants contain the most: berries, pomegranate, kale, tomatoes, green tea, and dark chocolate, 70% plus cocoa. Think rainbow on your plate. The more color, the more protection. Point 9. Probiotics and prebiotics. Probiotics, yogurt, kefir, kimchi, miso, introduce good bacteria. Prebiotics, oats, garlic, onion, banana, feed them. Together they balance the gut and reduce systemic inflammation that shows up as acne or rosacea. Point 10. Foods that trigger breakouts. Dairy, especially skim milk, may stimulate insulin-like growth factors. Sugar and white bread cause blood sugar spikes and inflammation. Processed meat and fried foods oxidize oils in your skin. Excess iodine, salt, seaweed may trigger acne for some people. Point 11. The anti-inflammatory plate. Build every meal around these 4 elements: a source of lean protein, healthy fats, avocado or olive oil, fiber-rich carbs, quinoa, sweet potato, half a plate of vegetables in varied colors. Add spices like turmeric and ginger. They are powerful anti-inflammatories. Point 12. Breakfast ideas for radiant skin: oatmeal with berries, chia seeds, and almonds. Avocado toast on whole grain bread with a soft-boiled egg. Smoothie with spinach, banana, flaxseed, and yogurt. Morning meals set your glucose balance for the day, and that controls oil and hormone levels. Point 13. Lunch that heals: combine lean protein, chicken, tofu, salmon, with a big portion of greens and a complex carb like brown rice or quinoa. Add a squeeze of lemon, Its vitamin C aids iron absorption and collagen production. 14. Dinner that regenerates. Night is when your skin repairs itself. Choose foods rich in tryptophan, turkey, pumpkin seeds, to promote sleep and melatonin. Pair with steamed vegetables and a drizzle of olive oil to deliver fat-soluble vitamins. 15. Smart snacking. Snack on carrots, nuts, edamame, or a piece of fruit instead of chips. Your skin doesn't need refined salt and saturated fat, it needs steady energy and nutrients. 16. Supplements that support skin health. While food should come first, some supplements can help fill gaps. Collagen peptides improve elasticity and hydration. Zinc gluconate for acne control. Vitamin D regulates cell turnover and immunity. Evening primrose oil balances hormones. Consult a doctor before adding anything new. More is not always better. 17. The role of detoxification. The liver and kidneys naturally detoxify your body. They just need support. Eat beets, garlic, onion, and leafy greens to boost detox enzymes. Avoid juice cleanses that starve you of protein. They often harm more than help. 18. Balancing blood sugar for balanced skin. High glycemic swings trigger insulin and IGF-1, which stimulates sebum and inflammation. Eat smaller meals every 4 hours, combine protein with carbs, and favor low GI foods like lentils and brown rice. Stable sugar equals stable skin. 19. Hydrating from within. Infused water ideas. Add slices of lemon, mint, cucumber, or berries to your water to make hydration exciting. These natural infusions deliver trace vitamins and make you crave more water throughout the day. 20. Lifestyle synergy. Sleep, exercise, stress. Nutrition doesn't work alone. Pair it with sleep, 7 to 8 hours for cell renewal. Exercise improves circulation and oxygen flow to skin. Stress management. Cortisol spikes can undo your diet's benefits. Holistic balance turns healthy food into visible radiance. 21. Sample 7-day glow up meal plan. Day 1. Oatmeal plus salmon salad plus stir-fried veggies. Day 2. Yogurt with berries plus tofu bowl plus lentil soup. Day 3. Eggs plus quinoa lunch plus sweet potato dinner. Day 4. Smoothie plus chicken wrap plus brown rice veggies. Day 5. Chia pudding plus shrimp salad plus grilled fish. Day 6. Avocado toast plus bean chili plus green pasta. Day 7. Fruit bowl plus rice paper rolls plus miso soup. 22. Long-term perspective. Food as skincare. Beautiful skin isn't built in a week, it's maintained over years. Your daily choices, every glass of water, every meal with color and balance add up. There's no cream that can replace nutrient-rich blood and a calm gut. Think of your diet as your first and most powerful skincare routine. Article 8. The Science of Exfoliation. AHAs versus BHAs versus PHAs equals 1. Why exfoliation is the secret to radiant skin. If you could choose just one skincare step that instantly improves texture, brightness, and clarity, it's exfoliation. Our skin renews itself naturally every 28 days, but this process slows with age, stress, and pollution. Dead cells accumulate, clogging pores and making skin dull. Exfoliation removes that barrier, revealing fresh, smooth skin beneath, but not all exfoliation is created equal. The secret is understanding which method, AHA, BHA, or PHA, your skin truly needs. 2. The two families of exfoliation. Physical versus chemical. Exfoliation means removing old skin. There are two main methods: physical exfoliation, scrubbing with particles or brushes; chemical exfoliation, using acids or enzymes to dissolve dead cells. While physical scrubs can feel satisfying, they often cause micro-tears, especially on acne-prone or sensitive skin. Chemical exfoliation, on the other hand, works evenly, deeper, and safer if done correctly. 3. How chemical exfoliation works. Our skin surface is held together by a glue of dead cells and lipids. Acids loosen this glue by breaking down bonds between old cells, allowing new ones to surface. This not only refines texture, but also helps other skincare products absorb better. Think of exfoliation as clearing the road before applying any treatment vehicles. 4. Meet the trio: AHAs, BHAs and PHAs chemical exfoliants come mainly in three families: AHA, alpha hydroxy acids, water-soluble, surface brighteners. BHA, beta hydroxy acids, oil-soluble, pore purifiers. PHA, polyhydroxy acids, gentle hydrators for sensitive skin. Each one targets a different skin concern, and choosing the right one can transform your routine. 5. AHAs. The surface polishers. AHAs dissolve the glue that binds dull cells to the top layer. They're ideal for dry, sun-damaged, or uneven skin. Common types include glycolic acid, the smallest molecule, penetrates deeply, best for rough texture; lactic acid, derived from milk, gentler and hydrating; mandelic acid, larger molecule, slow absorbing, perfect for sensitive or darker skin tones. Use at night, starting with 5 to 8% and gradually increasing if tolerated. 6. The benefits of AHAs: smooth, uneven texture and fine lines, fade pigmentation and acne marks, stimulate collagen production, enhance skin luminosity almost instantly. They're like a mini facial peel at home, but they require sunscreen daily. 7. BHAs. The deep cleaning warriors. BHAs are oil-soluble, meaning they penetrate inside pores to dissolve sebum and dead cells, ideal for oily, acne-prone skin. The most common is salicylic acid. Derived from willow bark. It's anti-inflammatory and antibacterial, helping clear blackheads, whiteheads, and prevent future breakouts. 8. The benefits of BHAs: unclog pores and prevent acne, reduce redness and inflammation, improve shine control for oily skin, minimize blackheads with regular use. They're the best skin decongestant you can have in your cabinet. 9. PHAs. The gentle innovators. PHAs are the newest generation of exfoliating acids: gluconolactone, lactobionic acid, and galactose. They have larger molecules than AHAs, so they work slower and stay on the skin's surface. That means less irritation, more hydration. Perfect for sensitive, rosacea, or post-treatment skin. 10. Article 9. Adult acne in men and women. Different causes. Different solutions. == 1. When acne doesn't end with teen years. Acne is often thought of as a teenage problem, but millions of adults still battle breakouts well into their 30s, 40s, and even 50s. Adult acne feels different, slower to heal, more inflamed, and often concentrated along the jawline or cheeks. Understanding why adult acne happens and why it differs between men and women is the key to stopping it for good. 2. How adult acne differs from teen acne. Teenage acne usually comes from puberty's hormone surge and fast cell turnover. Adult acne develops from slower renewal, chronic stress, and hormonal fluctuations. In adults, the skin barrier is thinner, so inflammation lasts longer and leaves marks more easily. It's less about dirty skin and more about hormonal and lifestyle imbalance. 3. The four main drivers of adult acne. Adult acne forms when several factors combine. Overactive sebaceous glands produce too much oil. Dead skin cells clog pores. Bacteria, Cutibacterium acnes, multiply. Inflammation triggers swelling and redness. But the trigger behind those steps differs between men and women. 4. Why women experience hormonal fluctuations. Female skin responds to monthly shifts in estrogen and progesterone. Right before menstruation, estrogen drops and testosterone rises, stimulating oil glands. This is why many women get jawline or chin breakouts before their period. Pregnancy, postpartum changes, birth control pills, and menopause can all reshape this pattern. 5. Why men break out differently. Men produce steadier and higher levels of testosterone. That means their oil glands are larger and more active year-round. Shaving adds irritation and ingrown hairs, folliculitis. For men, acne usually appears on the forehead, back, and neck, areas with dense oil glands and friction from collars or helmets. 6. Stress. The hidden hormone cortisol, the stress hormone, spikes with emotional pressure, lack of sleep, and constant deadlines. It stimulates oil production and inflammation just like testosterone does. Many adults see flare-ups during work stress or family conflict. Managing stress is often the missing step in clear skin plans. 7. Diet and modern lifestyle triggers fast food, sugar drinks, and coffee may fuel breakouts by raising insulin and IGF-1 levels. These hormones increase sebum and cell growth inside pores. A diet rich in omega-3s, fiber, and low glycemic carbs can reduce this effect. Add greens and water. Cut sugar and dairy. It's simple but powerful. Point 8. Skincare mistakes. Adults often make. Many adults use harsh teen acne products long after puberty. High-strength benzoyl peroxide and alcohol-based cleansers dry the skin and prolong inflammation. Others swing the other way, heavy moisturizers and occlusive makeup that block pores. The goal is balance, gentle cleansing, lightweight hydration, and targeted actives. Point 9. The role of hormones in adult women. Besides the monthly cycle, conditions like PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, can disrupt hormones. Too many androgens cause persistent jawline acne, thinning hair, and irregular periods. A doctor can test hormone levels and recommend treatments like spironolactone or birth control pills to regulate balance. Point 10. The role of hormones in adult men. Men rarely have cyclic fluctuations, but testosterone can still spike with gym supplements or anabolic steroids. That's why bodybuilder acne appears on chest and back. Balancing training with rest, hydration, and anti-inflammatory foods keeps the skin clear without sacrificing fitness. Point 11. Understanding barrier damage and inflammation. Adult skin is often weaker from years of sun exposure, pollution, and strong products. When the barrier is compromised, bacteria penetrate easily and cause deep inflammation. Repairing this barrier with ceramides, niacinamide, and gentle hydration is the foundation of any adult acne routine. Point 12. Building a balanced skincare routine. Morning, gentle cleanser. No sulfates, niacinamide or azelaic acid serum. Light moisturizer with ceramides. Mineral sunscreen SPF 30. Evening oil-based cleanser to remove makeup and sunscreen. Salicylic acid toner 2 to 3 nights a week. Retinoid or adapalene barrier repair cream. Keep it consistent for at least 8 to 12 weeks to see stable results. Point 13. Targeted ingredients for adult acne. Niacinamide balances oil and reduces redness. Azelaic acid fades dark marks and kills bacteria. Salicylic acid cleans pores and exfoliates gently. Adapalene or tretinoin prevent clogs and stimulate collagen. Centella asiatica soothes sensitive skin. Point 14. Men's shaving and skincare tips. Men should shave after a warm shower when pores are soft. Use a sharp razor and shave in the direction of hair growth. Afterward, apply alcohol-free aftershave with aloe vera or witch hazel to calm skin. Replace blades regularly to prevent bacterial growth. Point 15. The impact of makeup on adult acne. Many women use makeup daily for confidence, but some formulas clog pores. Switch to non-comedogenic foundations and wash brushes weekly. Always double cleanse to remove every trace of product before bed. Point 16. The influence of sleep and circadian rhythm. Your skin follows a 24-hour rhythm. At night, it repairs and produces collagen. Sleeping less than 6 hours raises cortisol and reduces growth hormone, slowing healing. Aim for consistent sleep hours and avoid screens 1 hour before bed. Point 17. Stress management techniques. Acne thrives on stress. Daily micro-practices help. 5-minute breathing breaks, short walks outside, or 10 minutes of stretching after work. These simple acts lower cortisol and improve circulation to the skin. Point 18. Professional treatments for stubborn adult acne. When topical care is not enough, dermatologists offer chemical peels with salicylic or glycolic acid to resurface pores. LED light therapy. Blue kills bacteria, red calms inflammation. Microneedling to smooth post-acne texture. Hormonal therapy for women with androgen imbalance. Always discuss goals and tolerance before starting any professional procedure. Point 19. Treating post-acne marks and scars. After breakouts heal, dark spots often linger. Use vitamin C, niacinamide, and SPF to fade them gradually. For indented scars, options include microneedling or laser therapy once acne is fully under control. Point 20. The emotional aspect of adult acne can feel deeply frustrating. You're expected to have it together, yet your skin tells a different story. Remember that it does not define you. Acne is a temporary expression of an internal imbalance. Patience and self-kindness heal faster than criticism. Point 21. Preventing relapse once your skin clears. Keep it that way by maintaining healthy habits. Stay hydrated. Stick to a gentle routine. Clean your phone and pillowcases regularly. Manage stress and hormones. Consistency is your long-term medicine. Point 22. Long-term perspective, clear skin as a lifestyle. Adult acne is not a punishment, but a signal. When you listen to your body and respect your skin's needs, clarity returns naturally. The goal isn't flawless skin overnight. It's balance, confidence, and self-awareness over time. Healing adult acne means healing your whole routine, from what you eat to how you breathe to how you sleep. Give your skin time, and it will thank you with lasting peace. Article 10. How to build a minimalist yet effective skincare routine. Point 1. The power of less in a world overflowing with serums, toners, and trendy actives. It's easy to think that more products mean better skin. But the truth is the opposite. Your skin doesn't need everything, it needs balance. Minimalist skincare is not about neglect, it's about precision. It focuses on quality, consistency, and understanding your skin's needs. When you simplify, you give your skin room to breathe and heal naturally. Point 2. Why overcomplicated routines fail. Many people layer 8 to 10 products, hoping to accelerate results. Instead, they overload the skin, causing irritation, sensitivity, and barrier damage. When too many active ingredients compete, your skin becomes confused, inflamed, red, or flaky. A minimalist routine brings back order, ensuring every step has purpose. Point 3. Understanding what your skin actually needs. All skin types share 3 fundamental needs: cleansing, moisturizing, and protecting. Everything else, exfoliation, actives, treatments, are add-ons. Start with these 3 pillars before expanding. Once your foundation is solid, improvements come naturally. Point 4. Step 1. Know your skin type. Minimalism doesn't mean doing the same thing as everyone else. It means knowing what works for you. Oily skin needs balance, not stripping. Dry skin needs hydration and lipid support. Combination skin needs gentle dual care, oil control in the T-zone, nourishment on the cheeks. Sensitive skin needs calm and consistency. Above all, observing your skin for 1 week, how it reacts to climate, stress, and products, gives you the clearest direction. Point 5. Step 2. Simplify your routine. The minimalist routine has 3 steps in the morning and 3 steps at night. Morning: cleanse, moisturize, protect. Evening: cleanse, treat, repair. That's it. Simplicity keeps the barrier strong and minimizes the risk of reaction. Point 6. Cleansing, where everything begins. A good cleanser removes oil, pollution, and makeup without stripping natural moisture. Choose a gentle, pH-balanced formula, around 5.5. Avoid foaming cleansers with harsh sulfates or menthol. Massage gently for 60 seconds and rinse with lukewarm water. Cleansing should leave your skin soft, not tight. If you wear sunscreen or makeup, try double cleansing at night. An oil cleanser first, then a gentle water-based cleanser. This ensures deep cleaning without harsh friction. Point 7. Moisturizing, the universal step. Every skin type needs moisture, even oily skin. A proper moisturizer restores your skin barrier and prevents water loss. Look for key ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, ceramides, and squalane. If you're dry, go for cream textures. If you're oily, choose light gel moisturizers. Apply on damp skin to seal hydration better. Point 8. Sunscreen. The non-negotiable Shield sunscreen is your most powerful anti-aging and anti-acne product. UV radiation breaks collagen, worsens pigmentation, and delays healing. Use a broad-spectrum SPF 30 or higher, preferably mineral-based if you have sensitive skin. Apply every morning, even on cloudy days or indoors near windows. Point 9. Treat step. The optional middle ground. Once your basic 3 steps are consistent for at least 2 to 3 weeks, you can add a treatment step between cleansing and moisturizing. For oily or acne-prone skin, try salicylic acid or niacinamide. For dryness or dullness, add hyaluronic acid or lactic acid.
And choose formulations suitable for your skin type. If your acne worsens after starting a new moisturizer, discontinue it and try a different product rather than assuming moisturizer itself is the problem. Guide 11. Sun Protection and UV Damage Prevention for Acne-Prone and Treated Skin. Sun protection is non-negotiable for anyone with acne or using acne treatments, yet it's frequently neglected. Understanding UV damage, sunscreen types, and proper application is essential for protecting your skin from damage while treating acne. UV radiation from the sun damages skin through multiple mechanisms. UVB rays cause sunburn and skin cancer. UVA rays penetrate deeply, causing aging, wrinkles, and skin cancer. Both types of UV radiation increase inflammation, which worsens acne. Additionally, UV exposure causes post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, dark marks remaining after acne heals, to darken significantly and persist longer. Without sun protection, acne marks that might fade within 3 to 4 months can persist for a year or longer. Many acne treatments increase photosensitivity, making skin more susceptible to sun damage. Retinoids significantly increase UV sensitivity. Salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide cause mild photosensitivity. Chemical exfoliants, AHAs, BHAs, increase sun sensitivity. Vitamin C also increases sensitivity in some formulations. Using any of these treatments without sun protection significantly increases sun damage risk and post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Sunscreen comes in 2 main types: mineral, physical, and chemical. Mineral sunscreens contain zinc oxide or titanium dioxide, which reflect UV rays. They're generally well tolerated, work immediately upon application, and rarely cause irritation. However, they can leave a white cast on skin and may feel heavy. Chemical sunscreens contain organic compounds that absorb UV rays and convert them to heat. They're typically lightweight and invisible on skin but may cause irritation in sensitive individuals and require application 15 minutes before sun exposure to be effective. For acne-prone skin, sunscreens labeled non-comedogenic or for acne-prone skin are essential. Many facial sunscreens are specifically formulated to be lightweight and non-clogging. Combination sunscreens containing both mineral and chemical ingredients often provide the best balance of effectiveness and wearability for acne-prone skin. SPF, sun protection factor, indicates protection against UVB rays. SPF 15 blocks about 93% of UVB rays, SPF 30 blocks about 97%, and SPF 50 blocks about 98%. For daily use with acne-prone skin, SPF 30 is the minimum recommended. SPF 50 provides slightly better protection if you'll be outside for extended periods. However, SPF rating says nothing about UVA protection. Ensure your sunscreen is broad spectrum, protecting against both UVA and UVB rays. Proper sunscreen application is crucial. Most people don't apply enough. You should use about 1/4 teaspoon, 5 milliliters, for your entire face. Many people use far less, reducing actual protection significantly. Warm the sunscreen between your palms and gently press it into your skin. Apply it as the final step of your morning skincare routine, before makeup if you wear it. Daily sunscreen application, even when staying indoors, is important when using acne treatments. Window glass blocks most UVB rays but not UVA rays, meaning significant UV damage can occur through windows. If you're at a desk near a window or driving frequently, you're receiving substantial UV exposure even without being outdoors. Sunscreen reapplication is necessary if you're outside for extended periods. Reapply every 2 hours, or immediately after swimming or sweating. For convenient reapplication over makeup, use sunscreen powder, sunscreen mist, or simply reapply your liquid sunscreen gently over makeup. Additional sun protection measures supplement sunscreen. Wear protective clothing, long sleeves, pants, and hats when possible. Sunglasses protect the delicate eye area and surrounding skin. Seek shade during peak UV hours, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., when UV intensity is highest. Even with perfect sunscreen use, additional protection measures are valuable. Vitamin D production requires some UV exposure, so complete sun avoidance isn't necessary or healthy. However, brief incidental sun exposure during daily activities provides adequate vitamin D, while protecting skin involves consistent sunscreen use and protective measures during extended outdoor activities. Sunscreen ingredients sometimes interact with other skincare products. Benzoyl peroxide can reduce some sunscreen ingredient effectiveness. Apply sunscreen after benzoyl peroxide and wait a few minutes before reapplying other products. Generally, sunscreen should be your final skincare step before makeup. If you develop a sunburn despite sunscreen use, cool compresses, hydration, and soothing products like aloe vera help. Avoid further sun exposure until healed. Severe sunburns are dangerous and should be treated seriously. However, if you're using appropriate sunscreen correctly and minimizing peak sun exposure, severe sunburns should be rare. Guide 12. Treating post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation and acne scarring. After acne heals, two primary complications can persist: post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, dark marks, and physical scarring. Understanding these conditions and the various treatment approaches available is essential for achieving truly clear skin, not just clear of active acne but also free from acne's lasting marks. Post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, PIH, appears as flat, dark patches or spots where acne was previously present. These marks result from inflammation triggering excess melanin production in healing skin. PIH is particularly common in individuals with darker skin tones and in areas that received more inflammation or trauma. Unlike active acne, PIH doesn't involve bacteria or require acne-specific treatments. It requires treatments targeting melanin and pigmentation. Understanding PIH timeline is important for realistic expectations. Most PIH gradually fades naturally over 6 to 12 months with consistent sun protection, even without treatment. However, this timeline can feel unacceptably long, motivating people to pursue active treatments. The good news is that numerous treatments significantly accelerate PIH fading. Sunscreen is the foundational PIH treatment. UV exposure directly darkens hyperpigmentation, extending the timeline for natural fading. Using SPF 30+ daily and avoiding sun exposure accelerates PIH resolution dramatically. Some PIH that might take 12 months to fade with poor sun protection might fade within 3 to 4 months with strict sun protection. Vitamin C serums brighten hyperpigmentation and even skin tone. L-ascorbic acid at 15 to 20% concentration is most effective, though magnesium ascorbyl phosphate and other stabilized forms also work. Apply vitamin C serum daily in the morning before sunscreen. Results typically appear after 4 to 8 weeks of consistent use. Vitamin C also provides antioxidant protection and stimulates collagen production as a bonus benefit. Niacinamide reduces post-inflammatory redness and evens skin tone. At 4 to 5% concentration in moisturizers or serums, applied daily, niacinamide shows improvements in pH within 4 to 8 weeks. Niacinamide is gentle, suitable for even very sensitive skin, and works well in combination with other treatments. Azelaic acid is particularly effective for PIH. At 15 to 20% concentration, applied twice daily, azelaic acid reduces melanin production and evens skin tone. Prescription azelaic acid, Azalex, Phenacea, is more potent than over-the-counter versions. Many dermatologists recommend azelaic acid specifically for PIH management. Results typically appear within 4 to 8 weeks. Kojic acid inhibits melanin production. Available in serums and
Article 3, Hormonal Acne and How to Control It Without Harsh Drugs. Point 1. What exactly is hormonal acne? Hormonal acne is one of the most misunderstood skin conditions. Unlike teenage acne caused mainly by puberty, hormonal acne is driven by fluctuations in hormones that regulate oil production and inflammation. It typically appears along the jawline, chin, and lower cheeks, often flaring up in cycles right before menstruation, during stressful periods, or due to lifestyle shifts such as lack of sleep. These breakouts are usually deep, painful, and cystic, not just surface pimples. They can take weeks to heal and often leave marks behind. Understanding what drives this process is the first step toward long-term control. Point 2. The hormones behind the problem. 3 main hormones influence acne. Androgens, like testosterone, stimulate sebaceous glands to produce more oil. Estrogen keeps sebum production in check, but fluctuates during the menstrual cycle. Cortisol, the stress hormone that increases inflammation and triggers breakouts. When these hormones are imbalanced, your oil glands go into overdrive, clogging pores and feeding acne-causing bacteria. Point 3. Common signs of hormonal acne. You might have hormonal acne if breakouts appear on the lower face and neck, pimples worsen before your period, acne persists into adulthood, especially in women aged 25 to 40, pimples feel deep, painful, or cyst-like. Skin becomes oilier around the time of stress or poor sleep. Recognizing the pattern helps you adjust lifestyle and treatment effectively. Point 4. The root causes. More than just hormones. Hormones play the leading role, but other triggers make it worse. Poor diet, high sugar, dairy, refined carbs, stress, cortisol spikes, lack of sleep, melatonin imbalance, improper skincare, using comedogenic products, gut dysbiosis, unhealthy gut bacteria can affect hormone metabolism. Point 5. Why harsh drugs aren't always the answer. Many people immediately turn to antibiotics, Accutane, or birth control pills. While these can help temporarily, they often suppress symptoms instead of fixing root causes. Long-term use can also affect gut health, liver function, or hormonal stability. The good news: you can manage hormonal acne naturally with consistency and science-backed strategies. Point 6. Balancing hormones naturally. Your hormones respond to your daily habits. Small, steady lifestyle changes can restore balance. Get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep nightly. Eat on a regular schedule to stabilize insulin. Practice stress reduction, meditation, deep breathing, journaling. Limit caffeine and alcohol intake, which raise cortisol. Point 7. Nutrition for hormonal balance. What you eat directly affects hormone production and inflammation levels. Foods to focus on: omega-3s, salmon, flaxseed, walnuts, leafy greens and cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, kale, cabbage. Zinc-rich foods: pumpkin seeds, lentils, whole grains instead of white carbs. Foods to avoid: dairy, especially skim milk, sugar and refined carbs, processed snacks and fast food. Excess soy can mimic estrogen. Point 8. Supplements that help regulate hormones. Certain vitamins and minerals help the body detox and stabilize hormones. Zinc anti-inflammatory and antibacterial. Dim, diindolylmethane methane from cruciferous vegetables, balances estrogen levels. Evening primrose oil, supports hormonal equilibrium. Probiotics, improve gut health and reduce inflammation. Always consult a professional before starting new supplements. Point 9. Exercise and circulation. Regular physical activity balances cortisol and boosts detoxification through sweat and circulation. Choose activities that calm the nervous system: yoga, Pilates, swimming, walking, over excessive high-intensity workouts, which may increase stress hormones if overdone. Point 10. Skincare routine for hormonal acne. Consistency and gentleness are key. Over-cleansing or stripping oil only worsens the imbalance. Morning routine: gentle foaming cleanser. Niacinamide serum controls oil. Lightweight moisturizer. Sunscreen SPF 30 plus. Night routine: makeup remover plus cleanser. Azelaic acid or salicylic acid serum moisturizer with ceramides. Retinoid 2 to 3 nights per week. 11. Why azelaic acid is a game-changer. Azelaic acid targets multiple issues: bacteria, hyperpigmentation, and inflammation without irritating sensitive skin. It's perfect for hormonal acne because it helps fade dark spots left by hormonal breakouts. Point 12. The power of retinoids. Retinoids, like adapalene or tretinoin, normalize cell turnover, preventing pores from clogging. They also stimulate collagen, reducing future scarring. Start slow, 2 nights a week, moisturize generously, and always use sunscreen the next morning. Point 13. Herbal and tea remedies. Certain herbs help regulate hormones naturally. Spearmint tea reduces androgen activity. Green tea, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. Chaseberry, Vitex supports progesterone balance. Drink 1 to 2 cups daily for subtle but cumulative effects. Point 14. The role of gut health. An unhealthy gut can't efficiently metabolize hormones. To restore gut balance, eat fiber-rich foods, oats, legumes, veggies. Add probiotics, yogurt, kimchi, kefir. Avoid artificial sweeteners and processed foods. A healthy gut equals balanced hormones equals clearer skin. Point 15. Managing stress effectively. Stress is often the hidden trigger of hormonal acne. Ways to manage it: practice mindfulness or meditation daily. Do deep breathing exercises before bed. Take short nature walks. Keep a gratitude or mood journal. Reducing cortisol not only helps skin but also improves sleep, digestion, and immunity. Point 16. Understanding the menstrual cycle and skin. Women often experience skin fluctuations throughout their monthly cycle. Follicular phase, days 1 to 13, skin feels balanced, radiant. Ovulation, days 14 to 15, estrogen peaks, glowy skin. Luteal phase, days 16 to 28, progesterone and testosterone rise, more oil, more acne. Adjust skincare intensity based on these phases to stay one step ahead. Point 17. Avoiding product overload. Layering too many active ingredients confuses the skin and disrupts barrier function. Choose 2 to 3 core actives, e.g., salicylic acid, niacinamide, retinol, and stick with them for at least 6 weeks before evaluating progress. Point 18. Professional treatments that work. If natural care isn't enough, consider professional options: chemical peels, glycolic or salicylic, for clogged pores. LED light therapy, blue light kills bacteria, red light reduces inflammation. Microneedling to smooth texture and scars, laser therapy for stubborn hormonal cysts. Point 19. The emotional side of hormonal acne. Cystic breakouts can seriously impact self-esteem. Remember, this is a biological process, not a personal flaw. Track your progress monthly, focus on overall well-being, and celebrate gradual improvements, both in skin and mindset. Point 20. Long-term healing and maintenance. Controlling hormonal acne is a marathon, not a sprint. Follow this approach: nourish from inside, diet plus sleep plus hydration. Simplify skincare, don't overdo. Stay consistent for at least 3 months. Check hormone levels if acne persists despite lifestyle changes. Healing from hormonal acne means learning your body's language. Once you align your habits with hormonal balance, your skin naturally reflects that inner harmony. The ultimate guide to acne vulgaris: understanding the 4 pillars of pimple formation. Introduction. What is acne? Acne is the most common skin condition in the world, affecting millions of people regardless of age or ethnicity. It is frustrating, often painful, and can have a significant impact on self-esteem. Yet, it remains one of the most misunderstood conditions. A common myth is that acne is simply caused by dirty skin or eating greasy foods. This is false. Acne is a complex inflammatory disease of the skin's pilosebaceous unit, the hair follicle, and its attached sebaceous oil gland. It is not an infection you can catch, nor is it a sign of poor hygiene. To truly understand how to treat acne, you must first understand why it happens. All acne, from a tiny whitehead to a painful cyst, is caused by a cascade of 4 key factors. We call these the 4 pillars of acne formation. Pillar 1. Hyperseborrhea, excess oil production. The first and most crucial element in acne formation is sebum. What is sebum? Sebum is the natural, waxy oil produced by your sebaceous glands. Its purpose is beneficial. It lubricates the skin, waterproofs the hair, and helps maintain the skin's protective barrier. What goes wrong? In acne-prone individuals, these sebaceous glands are often larger and more sensitive to hormones, particularly androgens, like testosterone. This hormonal signaling causes the glands to go into overdrive, producing far more sebum than the skin needs. This condition is called hyperseborrhea. The result: the skin becomes oily, and the hair follicle, pore, becomes filled with a sticky, abundant supply of sebum. This excess oil is the fuel for the acne process. It doesn't cause the pimple on its own, but it creates the perfect environment for one to form. Pillar 2. Hyperkeratinization, abnormal skin cell shedding. The second pillar involves the cells that line the pore itself. What is keratinization? Your skin is constantly renewing itself. Old, dead skin cells, keratinocytes, are shed from the surface in a process called desquamation. This same process happens inside your pores. What goes wrong? In acne, this shedding process becomes abnormal. This is called hyperkeratinization. Instead of shedding neatly and being expelled from the pore, the dead skin cells become sticky. They clump together and fail to separate. The result: these sticky dead skin cells mix with the excess sebum from pillar 1 inside the pore. Together, they form a dense, hardened plug. This plug, invisible to the naked eye, is the seed of all acne lesions. It is called a microcomedone. Pillar 3. Cutibacterium acnes, bacterial overgrowth. Once the pore is plugged, the third pillar comes into play. What is C. acnes? Cutibacterium acnes, formerly Propionibacterium acnes, is a bacterium that is a normal, harmless resident of almost everyone's skin. It is not something you catch from someone else. What goes wrong? C. acnes is an anaerobic bacterium, meaning it thrives in low-oxygen environments. When the microcomedone, the plug of oil and dead skin, blocks the top of the pore, it seals off the oxygen supply. The result: this plugged pore becomes the perfect home for C. acnes. The bacteria feast on the abundant sebum, its food source, and multiply rapidly. As they feed and multiply, they begin to secrete waste products, including digestive enzymes and inflammatory proteins. Pillar 4. Inflammation, the immune response. The fourth pillar is your body's own defense system, and it's what turns an invisible plug into a visible, angry pimple. What is inflammation? Inflammation is your immune system's natural response to perceived injury or infection. Its goal is to destroy invaders and repair damage. What goes wrong? The waste products from the C. acnes bacteria from pillar 3 are highly irritating. They seep through the wall of the hair follicle and into the surrounding skin tissue, the dermis. Your immune system detects this attack and sounds the alarm. The result: your body launches an inflammatory cascade. It sends white blood cells and inflammatory chemicals to the site to fight the bacteria and contain the breach. This battle is what you see and feel: redness, erythema caused by increased blood flow to the area, swelling, edema caused by fluid leaking into the tissue, pus, a collection of dead white blood cells, dead bacteria, and cellular debris, pain, caused by the pressure of the swelling on nerve endings. How the pillars create different types of acne. The interaction of these four pillars explains why we see different kinds of pimples. Microcomedone. The start pillars 1 plus 2. An invisible plug of oil and dead skin. Whitehead. Closed comedo. The plug remains trapped under the skin's surface. It's a non-inflamed bump. Blackhead. Open comedo. The plug is open to the air. The oil and debris inside oxidize, react with oxygen, and turn dark brown or black. This is not dirt.
Steroid injections are highly effective for cystic acne. Preparation is important. Before applying any spot treatment, cleanse the area thoroughly to remove makeup, dirt, and oil. Pat the area dry completely. Applying spot treatments to damp skin reduces effectiveness and increases irritation. Wait a full 2 to 3 minutes after cleansing to ensure complete dryness. When applying spot treatment, use a clean applicator. Never apply with your finger as this spreads bacteria. Cotton swabs, disposable applicators, or sterile tools are appropriate. Apply a small amount directly to the pimple, covering just the lesion itself and a tiny bit of surrounding skin. Using too much spot treatment wastes product and irritates surrounding healthy skin. Spot treatment frequency depends on the product and your skin's tolerance. Salicylic acid spot treatments can typically be used twice daily, morning and evening, if your skin tolerates it. Benzoyl peroxide spot treatments should typically be used once daily initially, preferably at night, then increase to twice daily if your skin adapts well. Some very potent spot treatments are meant to be used only once or twice weekly. The less is more principle applies to spot treatments. Using more frequent applications or larger amounts doesn't accelerate healing. It only increases irritation and dryness. Consistent, moderate use is more effective than aggressive over-application. Never pick, squeeze, or extract pimples yourself unless absolutely necessary. Squeezing ruptures the follicle wall, pushing bacteria, sebum, and dead skin cells deeper into the skin. This spreads the pimple, increases inflammation, and significantly increases scarring risk. Additionally, using your fingers spreads bacteria to other areas of your face, causing more pimples. If a pimple has a visible white center and you feel you must extract it, use a professional extraction tool or, ideally, have a dermatologist perform professional extraction. If you do extract a pimple, do so properly. First, apply a warm compress for 10 minutes to soften the plug and open the pore. Use a sterile lancet or extraction tool, available at pharmacies or dermatology offices, to make a tiny puncture or use an extraction loop to gently apply pressure around the pimple. Never use fingernails. After extracting, immediately apply an antiseptic and then an acne treatment. This approach minimizes the damage compared to aggressive squeezing. Acne patches are an excellent spot treatment innovation. These hydrocolloid bandages, infused with acne-fighting ingredients like salicylic acid, are applied over pimples. They absorb pus and oil from the pimple while protecting it from external bacteria and irritation. Acne patches work best on surface pimples with visible centers rather than deep cystic acne. They're typically left on for 6 to 8 hours or overnight, providing results within 6 to 8 hours to overnight for responsive pimples. Many people use acne patches under makeup during the day or overnight. They're convenient, visible results-oriented, and non-irritating. Pimple patches containing active ingredients like salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, or tea tree oil are superior to regular hydrocolloid bandages. However, Regular hydrocolloid bandages provide some benefit through moisture management and protection even without active ingredients. Spot treatment serums and gels remain on your skin, typically used twice daily. Apply after cleansing and before moisturizer. Common spot treatment actives include benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, azelaic acid, and sulfur. Choose based on your pimple type. Inflammatory acne responds better to benzoyl peroxide, comedonal acne to salicylic acid. For very aggressive spot treatment, some dermatologists recommend combining low concentrations of different actives, perhaps a small amount of salicylic acid followed by a small amount of benzoyl peroxide on the same pimple. However, this should only be done if your skin tolerates it well and should be used sparingly. For most people, one spot treatment at a time is appropriate. Sulfur spot treatments are often overlooked but can be highly effective, particularly for inflammatory acne and sensitive skin. Sulfur has been used in dermatology for over a century and has proven antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Some people find sulfur more tolerable than benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid. Intralesional steroid injections administered by dermatologists are the gold standard for large, painful cystic acne. A small amount of steroid is injected directly into the cyst, causing it to deflate and heal within days. This prevents the cyst from persisting for weeks or months and significantly reduces scarring risk. If you have large cystic acne, ask your dermatologist about this option. Common mistakes with spot treatments include starting with too strong products, using them too frequently, using too much product, expecting overnight complete resolution, or abandoning consistency after just a few days. Spot treatment works best with realistic expectations. A moderate pimple treated consistently for 3 to 5 days should flatten and improve noticeably. Large cystic pimples take longer and may require professional intervention. Guide 10. Strategic moisturizing for acne-prone skin, hydration without triggering breakouts. One of the most common and damaging myths about acne is that people with acne shouldn't use moisturizer. This myth causes countless people to have dry, irritated, sensitive skin that's actually more prone to acne. Proper moisturizing is absolutely essential for acne-prone skin, and understanding how to moisturize without clogging pores is critical. The reality is that acne-prone skin, especially if you're using acne treatments, desperately needs moisturizer. Here's why. When your skin is dehydrated, it compensates by producing more sebum. This excess sebum actually worsens acne. Additionally, most acne treatments, salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, retinoids, cause dryness and irritation. Using moisturizer counteracts these side effects, allowing you to continue treatments without excessive discomfort. Finally, properly hydrated skin has a stronger barrier function, which improves overall skin health and actually reduces acne. The key to moisturizing acne-prone skin is selecting appropriate products. Look for moisturizers specifically formulated as non-comedogenic, meaning they don't clog pores or trigger acne. The ingredients matter significantly. Lightweight hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and humectants hydrate without being occlusive or pore clogging. Niacinamide hydrates while also having acne-fighting properties. Centella asiatica, SICA, soothes irritation and supports skin barrier function. Ceramides strengthen your skin barrier, which is particularly important when using strong acne treatments. Avoid heavy oils and butters if you have acne-prone skin. Coconut oil, shea butter, and petroleum jelly can clog pores in susceptible individuals. However, some facial oils specifically designed for acne-prone skin can be beneficial. Jojoba oil, squalane oil, and rosehip seed oil are lightweight and non-comedogenic for most people. If you choose to use facial oil, use sparingly, just a few drops mixed into your moisturizer or applied as the last step of your routine. Texture matters when choosing a moisturizer for acne-prone skin. Lightweight gels absorb quickly and won't leave your skin feeling greasy. Hydrating lotions provide more hydration than gels while still being lightweight. Creams are heavier but may be necessary during winter or if your skin is severely dry from acne treatments. Everyone's needs are different. Experiment to find what works for you. Application technique is important. Apply moisturizer to slightly damp skin immediately after cleansing or applying treatments. This allows the moisturizer to lock in hydration from the water on your skin. Use about a quarter-sized amount for your entire face. Warm it between your palms, then gently press it into your skin using your fingertips. Don't rub or massage aggressively, as this can irritate acne lesions. Daytime and nighttime moisturizing might differ. During the day, use a lightweight gel or lotion moisturizer that won't make your skin feel greasy under makeup or throughout the day. Many people use a sunscreen as their daytime moisturizer since sunscreen provides hydration and protection simultaneously. At night, you can use a slightly richer moisturizer if desired, though many people use the same moisturizer day and night. If your skin is very dry from acne treatments, you might use the layering or sandwich method. Apply your treatment, retinoid, benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, wait 20 minutes, apply moisturizer, wait a few minutes, then apply another thin layer of moisturizer. This significantly reduces irritation and dryness while maintaining treatment efficacy. In winter or dry climates, increase moisturizing frequency or richness. You might apply moisturizer twice daily or use a richer nighttime formula. Some people add a facial oil, just a few drops, over their moisturizer for extra hydration during very dry periods. In summer or humid climates, you might reduce moisturizer richness, using only a lightweight gel. If your skin is extremely oily and acne-prone, you might feel you don't need moisturizer. However, most very oily skin is actually dehydrated. The skin is overproducing oil to compensate for internal dehydration. Using a lightweight hydrating moisturizer often actually reduces oil production by satisfying your skin's hydration needs. Sunscreen functions as both protection and moisturizer. Many quality sunscreens for daily use include hydrating ingredients. Use a sunscreen as your daytime moisturizer, applying it after your morning skincare routine and before makeup. Reapply every 2 hours if you'll be in the sun, or use a sunscreen powder for convenient reapplication over makeup. Hydrating masks once or twice weekly provide intense hydration supplementing your regular moisturizer. Sheet masks or cream masks with hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, or honey can be applied for 10 to 20 minutes, then removed. This boosts hydration without requiring daily changes to your routine. It's possible to over-moisturize. Applying excessive amounts or using too rich formulas can clog pores and worsen acne. Use appropriate amounts, about quarter-sized for your face, increase to 3 to 4 times weekly. After another 4 weeks, increase to 5 to 6 times weekly. Eventually, many people use retinoids nightly. This gradual progression minimizes irritation and maximizes adaptation. If you experience severe irritation, excessive peeling, or significant discomfort at any point, reduce back to a lower frequency. There's no rush. Building retinoid tolerance over several months is perfectly acceptable. Consistency matters far more than speed. Someone using retinol 2 to 3 times weekly for years will see better results than someone who uses it daily for 2 months then stops. Results from retinoid use appear gradually but are remarkable. After 4 weeks, you might notice smoother texture and reduced comedones. After 8 weeks, reduced acne and early signs of improved skin tone. After 12 weeks, significant acne improvement, smoother texture, and visibly improved skin. After 6 months, improved fine lines, more even skin tone, and dramatically clearer skin. After 1 to 2 years, comprehensive skin improvement including acne prevention, minimal fine lines, even skin tone, and visibly healthier, more resilient skin. Prescription retinoids like tretinoin work faster than over-the-counter retinol. Starting tretinoin at 0.025% and increasing gradually can show acne improvement within 6 to 8 weeks rather than 12 weeks. However, prescription retinoids cause more significant initial irritation, making the starting process more challenging. Many dermatologists recommend beginning with over-the-counter retinol to build tolerance, then switching to prescription retinoids if additional strength is needed. Retinoids are teratogenic, meaning they can cause birth defects if used during pregnancy. Women of childbearing age should use reliable contraception when using retinoids and should discontinue use if planning pregnancy or if pregnancy is suspected. Men can use retinoids without this concern. Common mistakes with retinoids include starting with too high a concentration, using them too frequently initially, applying to damp skin, using them with too many other actives, or discontinuing them during the retinization phase. Starting right requires patience and conservative progression. The reward for proper retinoid use is clear, youthful, healthy skin that continues improving even after years of use. Guide 7. Hormonal acne in women, causes, recognition, and comprehensive medical management. Hormonal acne is a distinct type of acne that affects many women and some men, following predictable patterns related to hormonal fluctuations. Understanding hormonal acne's unique characteristics and treatment approaches is essential for women struggling with acne that doesn't respond adequately to standard topical treatments. Hormonal acne typically appears as deep, cystic lesions, often concentrated around the jawline, chin, and lower face. These lesions are painful, tender to the touch, and located deep within the skin rather than on the surface. They're often described as having no head, meaning they don't develop the white or yellow center that surface pimples have. They can persist for weeks or even months without fully resolving. Unlike typical acne that might be spread across the face, hormonal acne often appears in the same locations repeatedly. The hormonal pattern of acne is highly telling. Many women notice breakouts occur in a predictable pattern related to their menstrual cycle. Breakouts might appear 3 to 5 days before menstruation begins, resolve during menstruation, then reappear in the luteal phase, after ovulation. This cyclical pattern is a clear indicator of hormonal involvement. Some women break out only during specific phases of their cycle, while others experience breakouts throughout the cycle with worsening at predictable times. Hormonal acne results from heightened skin sensitivity to androgens, particularly testosterone and DHT, dihydrotestosterone. These male hormones stimulate sebaceous glands to produce more sebum, even in the presence of normal hormone levels. Additionally, androgens promote follicular hyperkeratinization and may increase colonization of acne-causing bacteria. Women's testosterone levels fluctuate with their menstrual cycle, with higher levels during the luteal phase, explaining the predictable timing of hormonal acne breakouts. Recognizing hormonal acne requires tracking your breakouts. Keep a calendar marking breakout dates and your menstrual cycle dates for 2 to 3 months. If breakouts cluster around specific menstrual cycle phases, hormonal acne is likely. Polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, a condition affecting ovulation and hormone regulation, often causes severe hormonal acne. Women with PCOS typically have elevated androgen levels and irregular menstrual cycles. Topical acne treatments alone are often insufficient for hormonal acne. While they help manage symptoms, they don't address the underlying hormonal cause. Therefore, treating hormonal acne often requires systemic, oral, medications that regulate hormones or reduce skin sensitivity to hormones. Hormonal contraceptives are the first-line treatment for hormonal acne in women who desire birth control. The hormones in birth control pills suppress ovulation and, importantly for acne, reduce circulating androgen levels. Specifically, oral contraceptives increase sex hormone-binding globulin, SHBG, a protein that binds androgens and makes them unavailable to skin cells. The result is reduced sebum production and decreased follicular keratinization. Not all birth control pills are equally effective for acne. Combination pills containing estrogen and progestin are effective. However, some progestins have androgenic properties, meaning they act similarly to testosterone, and can worsen acne. Progestins with lower or no androgenic activity include norgestimate, desogestrel, and drospirenone. Birth control pills specifically approved for acne treatment by the FDA include orthotricycline, norgestimate, estrostep, norethindrone, yaz, drospirenone, and bayaz, drospirenone with additional vitamins. These pills typically show acne improvement after 3 to 4 months of use, with maximum improvement by 6 months. Starting a new birth control pill doesn't immediately improve acne. Acne often temporarily worsens in the first 1 to 2 months as your body adjusts to new hormone levels. This temporary worsening isn't a sign the pill won't work, it's normal. Stick with your chosen pill for at least 3 months before concluding it isn't working. If after 3 months acne hasn't improved, discuss switching to a different progestin or a different pill formulation with your gynecologist or dermatologist. Spironolactone is an alternative or complementary treatment for hormonal acne. This medication is a potassium-sparing diuretic that also acts as an androgen receptor antagonist, blocking androgens from affecting skin cells. Spironolactone is typically used at doses of 50 to 100 mg daily for acne treatment. It's often prescribed in combination with birth control pills for additional effectiveness. Spironolactone requires careful monitoring. Potential side effects include dizziness, lightheadedness, menstrual irregularities, and breast tenderness. More serious but rare complications include elevated potassium levels that can affect heart rhythm. Regular blood tests monitoring kidney function and potassium levels are necessary when taking spironolactone. Despite these considerations, many dermatologists consider spironolactone an excellent option for hormonal acne,
Article 17. The Art of Consistency: How Daily Habits Transform Skin and Self-Esteem. Point 1. Why consistency matters more than any product. The world of skincare is filled with miracle claims, visible results in 7 days, instant glow. Yet the truth is less glamorous and far more empowering. What you do every day matters more than what you buy once. Consistency is the quiet engine behind every success story. Point 2. The rhythm of skin. Your skin is not static, it breathes in cycles. Every cell lives, dies, and renews within about a month. Oil fluctuates daily, hydration shifts hour to hour. When you synchronize care with this biological rhythm, healing becomes inevitable. Point 3. Habits are stories we tell our skin. Each repeated gesture, washing, moisturizing, protecting, teaches your skin what to expect. A steady routine tells it you are safe, you can heal. Chaos and inconsistency confuse the barrier, leading to flare-ups. Point 4. Why we quit before results arrive. Most people give up just as healing begins. The first weeks of any treatment can cause purging or minor irritation. Many interpret this as failure. Understanding biology prevents disappointment. Skin rebuilds slowly, like trust. Point 5. The psychology of consistency. Consistency is self-respect in motion. Every night you remove your makeup instead of collapsing into bed, you send your mind a message: I keep promises to myself. That trust radiates outward as confidence. Point 6. Morning rituals as anchors. Morning skincare isn't about vanity, it's a mental reset. Cleansing says, I'm starting fresh. Moisturizer says, I will protect myself. Sunscreen says, I respect my future. 3 simple sentences, spoken through action. Point 7. Night rituals as repair. Night care closes the loop. It's where regeneration happens, not just for skin but for the nervous system. The slow massage of cream, the quiet lighting, the smell of clean pillowcases signal to your body that it's safe to rest. Point 8. The compound interest of small acts. Just as one workout doesn't build strength, one serum doesn't change skin. But 300 gentle cleanses over a year rebuild a barrier that once was broken. Tiny acts compound like savings. Their value is time. Point 9. Tracking progress by feeling. Numbers and photos help, but true progress is felt. Notice if your skin stings less, if you touch your face with more care, if your sleep deepens. These invisible wins precede visible change. Point 10. Identity-based habits. When you decide, I am someone who never forgets sunscreen, your brain aligns behavior to belief. Habits rooted in identity outlast motivation. You don't fight willpower, you embody values. Point 11. Designing for success. Make it easy to be consistent. Keep products visible and accessible. Simplify the number of steps. Prepare a travel kit. Remove friction between intention and action, and discipline feels like flow. Point 12. The role of environment. Your bathroom is more than a room, it's a behavioral cue. Soft lighting, organized shelves, and pleasant aroma invite routine. A messy counter whispers chaos. Create an environment that rewards care. Point 13. Consistency and hormones. Stable habits stabilize biology. Regular sleep, hydration, and nutrition balance cortisol and insulin, which directly affect oil production. Consistency outside the bathroom matters as much as what you apply inside it. Point 14. The danger of perfectionism. All or nothing thinking kills progress. Missed a night? Continue tomorrow. Consistency is about returning, not never straying. Your skin forgives as quickly as you do. Point 15. Listening to feedback. Skin speaks through texture, tone, and comfort. Redness says slow down, flakiness says hydrate, dullness says rest. Responding wisely turns routine into relationship. Point 16. The neuroscience of habit. Each repetition carves a path in the brain. At first, effort feels heavy, later automatic. When you pair skincare with a reward, a song, a smell, a moment of praise, the brain tags it as pleasure, not chore. Point 17. Energy management over time management. Consistency requires energy, not hours. If you're exhausted, simplify rather than skip. A single cleansing wipe and a breath of gratitude keep momentum alive. Point 18. Community and accountability. Share your goals with a friend or online group. Accountability turns discipline into connection. When others cheer your progress, dopamine makes the habit stickier. Point 19. The plateau and the breakthrough. Every journey has a boring middle. the weeks when nothing seems to change. But beneath the surface, skin is reorganizing. Hold steady. Breakthroughs belong to those who endure the quiet phase. Point 20. Minimalism is mastery. Experts often return to basics: cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen. Simplicity reduces decision fatigue and irritation. When you do less with care, results multiply. Point 21. Habit stacking in practice. Attach new actions to existing ones. Moisturizer after brushing teeth, lip balm before checking messages. Routines grow organically when they piggyback on old habits. Point 22. The nutrition connection. Every meal is a message to your skin. Antioxidants, omega-3 fats, and hydration fuel cell repair. Processed sugar and alcohol undo weeks of effort. Consistency in diet amplifies skincare's power. Point 23. Sleep, the silent step. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a treatment. During deep sleep, growth hormone repairs tissue and circulation improves. Regular sleep times create predictable healing windows. Point 24. Movement as skincare. Exercise oxygenates skin and moves lymph, reducing puffiness. You don't need intense workouts, a daily walk and stretch routine suffice. Consistency beats intensity. Again. Point 25. Emotional discipline. Emotional consistency matters too. Chronic anger or worry keeps skin in inflammation mode. Journaling, therapy, or mindful breathing lower cortisol, which acts like an internal serum. Point 26. The power of reflection. Every month, pause and observe. What worked? What felt forced? Reflection turns habit into wisdom. It's how you evolve from follower to author of your own routine. Point 27. Ritual as resilience. When life falls apart, ritual holds you together. Even washing your face can be a gesture of stability. The body remembers peace through repetition when the mind forgets. Point 28. Grace for setbacks. Breakouts and bad weeks will come. They don't erase progress. Self-blame adds inflammation. Grace is the most underrated skincare ingredient. Point 29. Consistency beyond skin. Once you master consistency in skincare, you realize it's transferable. The same discipline improves finances, fitness, relationships. Care is a universal language of stability. Point 30. The long view. 6 months from now, your skin will not remember the night you were tired. It will remember the 100 nights you showed up. Patience is visible. Consistency is confidence made tangible. Point 31. Closing reflection. Consistency is not glamorous. It's quiet, ordinary, and invisible, until one morning you catch your reflection and see clarity where chaos used to be. Then you understand, discipline was never about restriction, it was a form of love. Article 18. The journey to healthy skin, learning patience, presence, and self-trust equals. There's a quiet truth that most people never tell you about skincare. Healing your skin is not a race, it's a relationship. And like all relationships, it needs time, communication, and forgiveness. In an age that measures progress by before and after photos, patience feels outdated, but patience is exactly what your skin has been waiting for. Every cell inside you works on its own rhythm. When you finally slow down enough to move at that rhythm, healing begins. Your skin is not a surface. It's an organ, the largest one you have, and it listens to your emotions more closely than you think. Every spike of stress, every restless night, every small moment of kindness changes it. The language of the skin is subtle: warmth, sensitivity, dryness, color, texture. These are not problems to fix, but signals to read. When you treat your skin like a conversation instead of a project, it starts to trust you again. We've been conditioned to believe that beauty means speed. Fast results, quick fixes, visible glow in 7 days. But the truth is that real skin healing never happens under pressure. Think of how a wound closes slowly, quietly, one layer at a time. If you pick at it, it scars. If you let it be, it rebuilds stronger than before. The same law applies to acne, sensitivity, hyperpigmentation, or aging. You can't rush biology. You can only cooperate with it. There's a difference between control and care. Control says, I need to fix this now. Care says, I'm here for as long as it takes. One creates anxiety, the other builds peace. When you start approaching skincare from a place of support instead of frustration, something beautiful happens. The skin softens, the jaw unclenches, breathing deepens. Healing stops being a goal and becomes a natural side effect of calm. Presence is another forgotten ingredient in skincare. Many people wash their face like they're late for something else. But when you pay attention, the temperature of the water, the weight of your hands, the rhythm of your breath, those 2 minutes of cleansing become meditation. You reconnect with your body through touch. You remind yourself that you exist beyond screens and schedules. This simple awareness nourishes your nervous system, and the nervous system, in turn, nourishes the skin. We often underestimate how much emotion the skin carries. Blushing, sweating, breaking out, paling, all of these are expressions of inner states. When you calm your thoughts, your skin literally changes color and tone. Stress hormones constrict blood vessels and suppress healing. Peace expands circulation and oxygen. So when someone says, "You look radiant today," what they really mean is that your nervous system is finally exhaling. Patience in skincare is hard because we live surrounded by instant feedback. A message arrives in seconds, a meal in minutes, an image in milliseconds. But the body still moves at human speed. The skin takes weeks to respond to change, months to rebuild collagen, years to show the reward of steady care. Accepting that delay is not giving up, it's aligning yourself with the truth of time. Self-trust grows in the same way. You start with small promises. "I'll cleanse gently tonight." You keep them. You add more. "I'll wear sunscreen even when it's cloudy." Over time, those kept promises form evidence, proof that you can depend on yourself. And when you trust yourself, confidence becomes quiet and stable. You no longer panic over one breakout because you know you have the tools and the patience to handle it. Some people treat skincare like punishment. They attack the skin with acids, scrubs, and treatments until it's raw. But the body doesn't respond to punishment, it responds to safety. Your skin doesn't need more aggression, it needs gentleness repeated long enough to rebuild its sense of security. If you could translate biology into language, your skin would say, "I'll open up when I feel safe again." The culture
offering significant exfoliating power but requiring experienced use to avoid over-irritation. Professional-grade salicylic acid can be applied at concentrations up to 20 to 30% during chemical peels, but these are only performed in clinical settings and are significantly stronger than over-the-counter products. Salicylic acid products come in numerous formats, each with advantages and disadvantages. Cleansers containing 0.5 to 2% salicylic acid are the gentlest form. You use them daily during your regular cleansing routine, and the short contact time limits irritation while still providing exfoliating benefits. Cleansers are ideal for maintaining clear skin and for beginners new to salicylic acid. Toners or liquid exfoliants contain higher concentrations and are left on the skin, providing more potent exfoliation than cleansers. These are typically applied after cleansing and before other treatments, 2 to 3 times weekly. They provide more dramatic exfoliation than cleansers but also carry more irritation risk. Serums and treatments are concentrated salicylic acid formulations meant to be applied to specific areas or the entire face, typically 2 to 3 times weekly. They're left on the skin and provide significant exfoliation. These are powerful products best used by those with resilient, acne-prone skin who have already adapted to gentler salicylic acid products. Spot treatments apply high concentrations of salicylic acid directly to individual breakouts for targeted treatment. These are excellent for treating isolated pimples without exfoliating your entire face. Starting with salicylic acid requires a conservative approach. If you've never used it before, begin with a 0.5% cleanser or 1% toner used 2 to 3 times weekly. Use it for 2 to 3 weeks, assessing your skin's response. If your skin tolerates it well without excessive irritation, dryness, or sensitivity, you can increase frequency to daily use or switch to a higher concentration product. When applying salicylic acid toners or serums, Use clean fingertips or a cotton pad to apply evenly across your face, focusing on areas prone to acne. Use about a nickel-sized amount for your entire face. Apply to completely dry skin. Applying to damp skin increases irritation. Allow the product to dry completely before applying other products. Some salicylic acid products are meant to stay on your skin indefinitely, while others are meant to be rinsed off after a specific time. Read instructions carefully. Common mistakes when using salicylic acid include starting with too high a concentration, using it too frequently, combining it with too many other actives, and failing to moisturize adequately afterward. Starting with 2% and using it daily will almost certainly cause excessive irritation, dryness, and peeling. You're much better served starting gently and gradually increasing. Never combine salicylic acid with benzoyl peroxide on the same evening initially. Both are exfoliating actives that can cause significant irritation if used together by someone whose skin isn't accustomed to strong treatments. Once your skin has adapted to each individually, you might combine them cautiously, but build up to this gradually. Salicylic acid makes your skin more sun-sensitive, not severely, but notably. Always use SPF 30+ sunscreen daily when using salicylic acid. This is not optional. Sun exposure can cause post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation in acne-prone skin, and salicylic acid increases this risk. Side effects of salicylic acid are generally mild and resolve with time or reduced usage. Dryness is common, particularly if you're using higher concentrations or frequent applications. Combat dryness by using a good hydrating moisturizer immediately after applying salicylic acid. Mild peeling is normal and actually desirable. It indicates exfoliation is occurring. However, severe peeling suggests you're using too much. Slight irritation and redness may occur initially but typically resolve within 1 to 2 weeks. Some people experience temporary worsening of acne as impurities are brought to the surface, but this purging phase is usually short-lived. Results from salicylic acid appear gradually. After 2 weeks of consistent use, you might notice smoother texture. After 4 weeks, you should see reduced comedones and fewer new breakouts. Most people see significant improvement after 6 to 8 weeks of consistent use. However, salicylic acid works best for comedonal acne, blackheads and whiteheads, and mild inflammatory acne. For severe inflammatory or cystic acne, combining salicylic acid with other treatments like benzoyl peroxide or prescription retinoids is often necessary. Salicylic acid is safe for long-term use. Many people successfully maintain clear skin using salicylic acid indefinitely as their primary exfoliation and treatment method. However, occasionally, skin can become desensitized to salicylic acid if used continuously for extended periods. If you notice that salicylic acid that previously worked well seems less effective, take a 1 to 2 week break, then resume using it. This often restores its effectiveness. Alternatively, you can rotate between salicylic acid and other exfoliants like glycolic acid to prevent desensitization. Guide 5. Benzoyl peroxide, Comprehensive Guide to Bacterial Killing and Inflammatory Acne Treatment. Benzoyl peroxide is one of the most effective and widely recommended acne treatments by dermatologists. Unlike salicylic acid, which primarily removes dead skin cells and excess oil, benzoyl peroxide specifically targets the acne-causing bacterium Q-Bacterium acnes. Understanding benzoyl peroxide's mechanism, concentrations, and proper application is crucial for maximizing its effectiveness while minimizing side effects. Benzoyl peroxide works through a unique mechanism. It generates reactive oxygen species that directly kill bacteria. This is fundamentally different from antibiotics, which the bacteria can develop resistance to. Bacteria cannot develop resistance to benzoyl peroxide because it works through oxidative stress rather than targeting specific bacterial proteins. This makes benzoyl peroxide an invaluable tool in acne treatment, particularly since antibiotic resistance is an increasingly serious problem in dermatology. Beyond bacterial killing, benzoyl peroxide has anti-inflammatory effects, helping reduce the redness and swelling associated with inflammatory acne. It also has mild sebum-reducing properties and may help with some degree of come-down reduction, though it's less effective for this than salicylic acid. Benzoyl peroxide comes in concentrations ranging from 2.5% to 10%, with some over-the-counter products going up to 10% and prescription-strength versions available at higher concentrations. Interestingly, studies show that 2.5% benzoyl peroxide is roughly equivalent in effectiveness to 10% benzoyl peroxide. The higher concentration doesn't necessarily mean better results, it primarily means more potential for irritation. Therefore, it's prudent to start with 2.5% and only increase concentration if needed. Benzoyl peroxide comes in multiple product formats. Cleansers containing 2.5 to 5% benzoyl peroxide gently incorporate this ingredient into your daily cleansing routine. These are appropriate for maintenance or mild acne. Spot treatments allow you to apply high concentrations directly to individual pimples. Serums or leave-on treatments apply benzoyl peroxide across your entire face and are left on the skin. These can be used daily or as directed. Gels and creams are thicker formulations that may have different absorption characteristics depending on your skin type. Starting with benzoyl peroxide requires similar caution as salicylic acid. If you're new to benzoyl peroxide, begin with a 2.5% product, ideally in a cleanser format or spot treatment, used once daily. Most people find evening application easier than morning application since benzoyl peroxide doesn't require sun protection and can be easily washed off in the morning. After 1 to 2 weeks, assess your skin's tolerance. If you're experiencing mild irritation or dryness but your acne is improving, continue. After 2 to 3 weeks, if your skin tolerates the product well, you can increase frequency to twice daily or increase the concentration to 5%. Application technique is critical. Apply benzoyl peroxide to completely clean, completely dry skin. This is more important with benzoyl peroxide than with most other products. If your skin is even slightly damp, benzoyl peroxide will irritate more readily. Allow your cleanser to fully absorb and dry, then apply benzoyl peroxide. Use a small amount, about the size of a pea for your entire face if using a leave-on product, or a slightly larger amount for spot treatment. Apply gently, allowing the product to absorb fully before applying other products. Benzoyl peroxide has a particular drawback: it bleaches fabrics and hair. If you apply it to your face, it can bleach your pillowcase, bedding, towels, and hair. Many people apply benzoyl peroxide in the evening and wash it off in the morning with their cleanser to avoid this issue. If you apply it in the morning, be extremely careful not to get it on your hair, eyebrows, or any colored clothing. Some people apply it as a spot treatment right before bed, allowing it to work overnight before being washed off in the morning. If bleaching is a concern, you might prefer using benzoyl peroxide in a wash-off cleanser format where the contact time is brief. Side effects of benzoyl peroxide are generally more significant than salicylic acid. Dryness is very common, particularly with higher concentrations or frequent applications. Combat this by using an excellent moisturizer after applying benzoyl peroxide. Some people find that benzoyl peroxide dries their skin excessively even at 2.5% concentration. If this is you, try reducing frequency to every other day or using it only as a spot treatment. 8 plugs that promote acne formation. By removing these cells, exfoliation prevents cum-dun formation and allows treatment products to penetrate more effectively. There are 2 primary exfoliation categories, physical and chemical. Physical exfoliation involves mechanical removal of dead skin cells using abrasive materials like scrubs, brushes, or tools. Chemical exfoliation uses acids or enzymes to dissolve the bonds between dead skin cells, allowing them to shed naturally. For acne-prone skin, chemical exfoliation is superior to physical exfoliation, and here's why. Physical exfoliation, particularly harsh scrubs, can damage acne-prone skin in multiple ways. When you scrub inflamed acne lesions, you irritate them further, increase inflammation, and can rupture the follicle wall, spreading bacteria and sebum deeper into the skin. The mechanical action can also cause micro-tears in your skin barrier, leading to increased sensitivity and irritation. For these reasons, dermatologists typically recommend avoiding physical scrubs if you have acne. Chemical exfoliation is gentler and more effective. There are 2 main types of chemical exfoliants, alpha-hydroxy acids, AHAs, and beta-hydroxy acids, BHAs. AHAs, including glycolic acid and lactic acid, are water-soluble and work on the skin's surface. They're excellent for general exfoliation, improving texture, and reducing the appearance of fine lines. However, they don't penetrate into oil-filled pores effectively. BHAs, particularly salicylic acid, are oil-soluble and can penetrate into sebum-filled pores, making them ideal for acne-prone skin. Salicylic acid dissolves the sebum and dead skin cell plug within the follicle, directly preventing and treating comedones. For acne-prone skin, exfoliating 2 to 3 times weekly with salicylic acid is generally appropriate. Some people with very resilient skin can tolerate daily use, while those with sensitive skin may do better with once or twice weekly exfoliation. Begin conservatively with 2 to 3 times weekly, observing how your skin responds over 2 to 3 weeks before increasing frequency. Exfoliation products come in various formats. Exfoliating cleansers contain salicylic acid and are used during your regular cleansing routine. These are gentle and convenient for daily use. Exfoliating toners are applied after cleansing and before other treatments. They're typically stronger than cleansers and are meant to be left on the skin. Exfoliating serums and treatments are the most concentrated forms and are usually applied 2 to 3 times weekly. Exfoliating masks are meant to be applied for a specific duration, usually 10 to 15 minutes, then rinsed off. When starting exfoliation, begin with a lower concentration of salicylic acid, typically 0.5% to 1%, and gradually work up to 2% as your skin builds tolerance. Many beginners make the mistake of jumping to high concentrations, causing excessive irritation, dryness, and peeling. This leads them to conclude that exfoliation doesn't work for them when the actual problem was starting too strong. The exfoliation process requires proper technique. Apply your exfoliating product to clean, completely dry skin. Applying to damp skin increases irritation and reduces effectiveness. Use your fingertips to apply the product gently, spreading it evenly across your face, paying special attention to areas where acne is most prevalent. Some exfoliating products are meant to be left on overnight, while others are rinsed off after a specific duration. Follow product instructions carefully. During the initial exfoliation period, expect some adjustment. Your skin may experience mild redness, slight dryness, or mild peeling. This is normal and typically subsides within 1 to 2 weeks as your skin adapts. However, if you experience severe irritation, excessive peeling, or significant discomfort, reduce your exfoliation frequency or concentration. Listen to your skin, it will tell you what it needs. Never combine multiple exfoliating products on the same day, and especially avoid combining exfoliants with other strong actives like retinoids or benzoyl peroxide on the same night initially. This overexfoliation damages your skin barrier, causes excessive irritation, and can actually worsen acne. Once your skin is accustomed to each product individually, you can sometimes combine them, but do so cautiously and only if your skin tolerates it well. Some people experience purging when they begin exfoliation, where acne temporarily worsens as the exfoliant brings impurities to the skin surface. This is generally a positive sign that the product is working, and it usually subsides within 1 to 2 weeks. However, if purging lasts longer than 2 to 3 weeks or becomes unbearable, discontinue the product and consult a dermatologist. After exfoliating, your skin barrier is compromised and needs careful management. Moisturize generously with a product suitable for your skin type. Avoid other potentially irritating ingredients like vitamin C, niacinamide in high concentrations, or peptides on exfoliation days. Stick to basic cleanse, exfoliate, and moisturize. Use sunscreen religiously, as exfoliated skin is more susceptible to UV damage. Seasonal variations affect exfoliation needs. During winter, when skin is naturally drier, you may need to reduce exfoliation frequency. During summer, when skin is oilier and more resilient, you might tolerate more frequent exfoliation. Listen to your skin and adjust accordingly. Results from regular exfoliation appear gradually. After 4 weeks of consistent exfoliation with salicylic acid, you should notice smoother texture, fewer comedones, and generally improved skin clarity. Acne lesions should appear flatter and less inflamed. However, exfoliation is most effective as part of a comprehensive acne treatment plan, not as a standalone solution. Guide 4: Salicylic Acid, the Science, Concentrations, and Complete Application Guide. Salicylic acid has been a cornerstone of acne treatment for decades, and understanding its mechanism and proper use is essential for anyone dealing with acne. Salicylic acid is a beta-hydroxy acid, BHA, meaning it's oil-soluble. This oil solubility is what makes it particularly effective for acne-prone skin. It can penetrate into oil-filled pores where other water-soluble ingredients cannot reach. Salicylic acid works through multiple mechanisms. First, it acts as a keratolytic, meaning it helps dissolve the protein bonds between dead skin cells, promoting cell shedding. Inside the follicle, it dissolves the sebum and dead skin cell mixture that forms come-done plugs. Second, it has mild antibacterial properties, helping reduce bacterial colonization within blocked pores. Third, it has anti-inflammatory effects, reducing the redness and irritation associated with acne lesions. Fourth, it can stimulate cellular turnover, promoting healthier skin overall. Salicylic acid comes in various concentrations, typically ranging from 0.5% to 2%. The concentration directly correlates with effectiveness and also with irritation potential. A 0.5% solution is very gentle, making it suitable for sensitive skin or those new to salicylic acid. A 1% solution is considered standard for most people with acne-prone skin, providing a good balance between effectiveness and tolerability. A 2% solution is the maximum recommended concentration for at-home use.
Identical complexions, but entirely different experiences. One sees flaws, the other sees life. Your inner dialogue colors perception. Self-criticism tightens facial muscles, restricts blood flow, and literally dims expression. Self-acceptance relaxes those muscles and invites light to dance again. Confidence is circulation. Emotions even dictate how skincare products perform. Under stress, the skin's pH rises, reducing absorption. Calm skin absorbs active ingredients more effectively. That's why routines done mindfully, slowly, kindly, often seem to work better. The difference is not magic. It's physiology shaped by emotion. It's worth noting that positive emotions do not mean toxic positivity. Pretending to be fine when you're not only adds tension. Real peace comes from feeling what's true, then letting it move through you instead of getting trapped. Tears are skincare too. They flush stress hormones through saltwater. To nurture the skin, mind connection, build rituals that support both. Begin each morning not with scrolling, but with 3 deep breaths. Feel your feet, your heartbeat, the coolness of water on your face. Evening routines can become ceremonies of release, washing away the day's emotional residue. When you treat skincare as dialogue instead of duty, your hands become healers. Breathing through skincare is underrated science. Deep breathing increases carbon dioxide tolerance, improving oxygen delivery to tissue. That means better cell turnover and color. The glow you notice after meditation isn't imagination, it's chemistry. Nutrition is emotional, too. Comfort eating high-sugar foods spikes insulin, which increases oil production. Mindful eating, slowing down, savoring lowers stress hormones and stabilizes blood sugar. Your emotional relationship with food becomes a reflection of your emotional relationship with yourself. Social connection, creativity, and purpose all translate into visible vitality. When you're inspired, dopamine rises, energizing microcirculation. That's why passion projects make people look alive. It's not makeup, it's meaning. One practical way to strengthen this link is gratitude. Before applying moisturizer, think of one thing your skin allowed you to experience today: the warmth of sunlight, the brush of fabric, the touch of a loved one. Gratitude shifts the nervous system toward safety, reducing the fight or flight state that drains the complexion. Sometimes, the skin expresses what words cannot. Trauma stored in the body can manifest as chronic rashes or sensitivity. Psychodermatology, an emerging field at the intersection of psychology and dermatology, now treats such conditions holistically. Therapy, mindfulness, and gentle skincare combined often succeed where medication alone fails. The mind must heal for the skin to follow. Learning to love your skin is learning to listen to yourself. Each flush, each blemish, each glow is communication. Instead of saying, "What's wrong with my face?" ask, "What is my body trying to tell me?" This question transforms frustration into curiosity. Curiosity is healing. There is an elegance in emotional honesty. When you allow sadness, your tears clear your eyes and your pores. When you allow laughter, circulation surges. When you allow rest, renewal begins. Article 21. The Ritual of Night. Why evening skincare heals your mind. Night has always been a language of healing. When the world goes quiet, when the noise of the day fades and the sky deepens into indigo, your body begins to remember itself. The pace slows, the heart steadies, and the mind finally has room to breathe. Evening is not just a time on the clock, it's a state of surrender. It's the body's invitation to let go, to rebuild, to forgive. And in that quiet space between exhaustion and sleep, your nightly skincare ritual becomes more than routine. It becomes an act of restoration for both skin and soul. We often underestimate the power of repetition. To cleanse your face every night may seem trivial, but it's a promise, a signal that despite everything that happened today, you are still worthy of care. The way you touch your face, the pace of your breath, the temperature of the water, all of it matters. The skin listens. The mind listens too. There is something ancient about washing your face at night. Water has always been a symbol of renewal. It erases the traces of what the day wrote upon you. Dust, sweat, makeup, pollution, emotion, they all dissolve under the steady rhythm of water and movement. In those few minutes, you perform one of humanity's oldest rituals, cleansing as rebirth. You're saying, without words, I release what no longer serves me. Science quietly supports this poetry. When the sun sets, the brain releases melatonin, preparing the body for rest. At the same time, skin temperature rises slightly, circulation increases, and cells begin repair work. During the day, your skin defends. At night, it heals. The rituals you do before sleep, cleansing, moisturizing, breathing, are not cosmetic acts. They are biological collaborations with time. The nervous system remembers touch. When your hands move gently across your skin, you stimulate mechanoreceptors that signal safety to the brain. The parasympathetic system responds by lowering heart rate and cortisol. Within moments, your inner chemistry shifts from fight or flight to rest and repair. The simple act of applying cream can calm your entire physiology if done with presence. Presence is the real luxury. Many people rush through their night routines as though it's one more chore between screens and sleep. But the difference between skincare and self-care is attention. When you give full awareness to your evening ritual, it transforms from duty to meditation. You reconnect with yourself not through thought, but through sensation, water flowing, breath steady, the scent of lotion blooming softly in the air. There's something deeply comforting about the dim light of a bathroom at night. The mirror reflects not performance, but reality. No harsh sunlight, no filters, no distractions, just you, raw and human. You see yourself not as an image to perfect, but as a person to nurture. The face staring back might look tired, maybe lined, maybe uneven, but it's also honest. That honesty is where healing begins. Each night, your skin carries the story of your day. It remembers laughter, stress, temperature, touch, even words. Emotions leave traces, invisible yet real. Cleansing becomes a kind of emotional detox, not erasing what happened, but washing away the tension attached to it. When you wipe away makeup, you wipe away rolls. When you rinse your face, you rinse off the residue of pretending. What remains is you, soft, unarmored, alive. Many people associate skincare with appearance, but nighttime skincare is about identity. It's the one time of day when you're not performing for anyone. You're not the worker, the parent, the partner, the friend. You are just the person who lives inside your skin. And that person deserves tenderness. Moisturizing at night is more than hydration. It's closure. The way you press cream into your cheeks is like sealing an envelope addressed to your future self. I took care of you tonight. Your morning face will read it as calmness, clarity, and light. Psychologically, rituals help regulate anxiety. The brain craves predictability, and repeated acts signal safety. When you perform the same gentle steps each evening, your body learns that the day is ending and it's safe to rest. Over time, this pattern conditions relaxation faster than medication. Some nights, you will feel too tired. Those are the most important nights to show up anyway. Not because your skin demands perfection, but because your heart needs consistency. Even a single splash of water and one deep breath can remind you that you're still here, still caring. The goal is not to be flawless, but to be faithful. The night is honest. It shows you the things daylight hides: fatigue, dehydration, emotion. But it also offers something daylight cannot: forgiveness. Under soft light, every imperfection softens. The harsh voice of self-critique quiets. Night doesn't judge, it listens. It holds space for your healing without rushing it. Biological terms. Night is when growth hormone peaks. The body repairs microtears, rebuilds collagen, balances oil. The liver detoxifies. The skin barrier renews lipids. These aren't metaphors, they are real acts of recovery happening under your hands as you apply care. When you skip your routine, you interrupt this collaboration. When you keep it, you amplify it. Beyond biology, there's symbolism. The day is about performance, the night about truth. During the day, we wear faces, literal and metaphorical. At night, we take them off. Skincare becomes a ceremony of unmasking. That is why it feels intimate. You meet yourself again, without decoration, without audience. In that encounter, something shifts. The mirror becomes less an object of judgment and more a witness of kindness. Each gesture, cleansing, toning, moisturizing, becomes an offering. It's not vanity, it's reverence. You're honoring the body that carried you through another day. The mind heals when it feels seen. Your body is no different. When you pay attention to your skin with genuine care, you're telling it, I see you. I know you've worked hard today. That acknowledgement has power. It releases tension in muscles you didn't realize were clenched. It slows breathing. It resets chemistry. There's also something spiritual about caring for yourself in the dark. The quiet hum of night has always been sacred. Monks pray, artists create, mothers rock children to sleep. You, too, participate in that lineage of caretaking each time you tend to your skin. You don't need incense or chants. Your hands are enough. People often think of night skincare as indulgence, but indulgence is excess. This is balance. The outer gesture of cleansing mirrors the inner act of letting go. Every night you wash your face, you practice detachment from makeup, from stress, from perfection. You learn that beauty isn't something to chase, but something to uncover beneath the day's residue. Over time, the ritual of night becomes an anchor. No matter how unpredictable life becomes, you have this: water, touch, breath, stillness. It's the small island of peace you can return to every evening. And that consistency.
Guide 1. Complete understanding of acne, pathophysiology, types, and root causes. Acne is one of the most prevalent skin conditions affecting approximately 85% of people aged 12 to 24, with significant numbers also experiencing adult acne. To effectively treat acne, you must first understand its underlying mechanisms and various manifestations. Acne develops through a complex process involving 4 primary factors: increased sebum production, follicular hyperkeratinization, colonization by Cutibacterium acnes bacteria, and inflammation. The sebaceous glands, which produce sebum or skin oil, become hyperactive primarily due to hormonal stimulation. During puberty, androgens like testosterone trigger increased sebum production. This oil production is essential for skin protection, but excess sebum creates an environment conducive to acne development. The sebaceous glands have androgen receptors, meaning individuals with heightened sensitivity to hormones or with hormonal imbalances experience excessive sebum production. Follicular hyperkeratinization refers to the abnormal shedding of skin cells lining the hair follicle. Normally, dead skin cells shed and exit through the hair follicle to the skin surface. In acne-prone individuals, these cells stick together and don't shed properly, creating a plug within the follicle. This plug, combined with sebum, forms an ideal environment for bacterial growth and acne formation. Cutibacterium acnes, previously known as Propionibacterium acnes, is a naturally occurring bacterium on human skin. However, in the oxygen-poor environment created by plugged follicles, this bacterium proliferates rapidly. These bacteria produce enzymes and toxins that trigger the immune system, causing inflammation and the visible acne lesions you see on your skin. Inflammation is the final component and arguably the most visible aspect of acne. When the immune system responds to bacterial presence and follicle rupture, it sends inflammatory cells to the area, causing redness, swelling, heat, and the formation of pustules or nodules. Understanding this process is crucial because different acne treatments target different components of this mechanism. There are numerous acne types, each requiring different treatment approaches. Non-inflammatory acne includes blackheads and whiteheads. Blackheads, or open comedones, form when a follicle is clogged with sebum and dead skin cells, but the pore remains open. The dark appearance results from oxidation of the sebum, not dirt. Whiteheads, or closed comedones, occur when the follicle is completely sealed, trapping sebum and dead cells beneath the skin surface, creating a small white or flesh-colored bump. Inflammatory acne is more noticeable and potentially scarring. Papules are small, firm, red bumps without a visible center, representing the body's inflammatory response. Pustules are similar to papules but contain a visible yellow or white center filled with pus. These are the classic pimples most people recognize. Nodules are larger, deeper, solid lesions that develop when inflammation extends deeper into the skin. They're typically painful and can last for weeks. Cystic acne represents the most severe form, where large, fluid-filled lesions develop deep within the skin. These are extremely painful and highly prone to causing permanent scarring. Several factors contribute to acne development beyond just hormones and bacteria. Genetics play a significant role. If your parents had severe acne, you're more likely to experience it too. Environmental factors matter considerably. Living in humid climates can exacerbate acne due to increased moisture promoting bacterial growth. Pollution and environmental toxins can clog pores and trigger inflammation. Stress hormones like cortisol increase sebum production and inflammation, explaining why acne often worsens during stressful periods. Diet influences acne more than previously thought. High glycemic foods rapidly spike blood sugar, causing insulin surges that trigger sebaceous gland stimulation and androgen production. Dairy products, particularly skim milk, contain hormones and proteins that may trigger acne in susceptible individuals. Omega-3 fatty acid deficiency promotes inflammation, while excessive omega-6 consumption without sufficient omega-3s creates an inflammatory imbalance. Certain medications, including corticosteroids and lithium, are known to trigger or worsen acne as a side effect. Recognizing your specific acne type and identifying contributing factors is the first step toward effective treatment. Some people have purely hormonal acne, while others struggle with bacterial acne, dietary triggers, or environmentally influenced breakouts. Understanding your personal acne profile allows you to select treatments targeting your specific problem rather than wasting time and money on ineffective solutions. Guide 2: Comprehensive Daily Cleansing and Preparation Routine for Acne-Prone Skin. The foundation of any successful acne treatment regimen is an appropriate cleansing routine. Many people underestimate the importance of proper cleansing, believing that any soap will suffice. However, for acne-prone skin, the cleansing process is far more nuanced and critical to success. Your cleansing routine will prepare your skin for treatment products and remove substances that promote acne formation. Begin by understanding that you should cleanse your face twice daily, once in the morning and once at night. Morning cleansing removes the oil, dead skin cells, and bacteria that accumulate overnight while you sleep. Your skin is active at night, producing more sebum and shedding dead cells, so morning cleansing is not optional. Evening cleansing is equally important, removing makeup, environmental pollutants, dirt, excess oil, and dead skin cells accumulated throughout the day. Many people neglect evening cleansing or do it hastily, significantly compromising their acne treatment results. Temperature matters more than most people realize. Always use lukewarm water, never hot water. Hot water strips away your skin's natural oils and disrupts the skin barrier, leading to increased irritation and compensatory sebum overproduction. Excessively hot water also causes blood vessel dilation, temporarily increasing inflammation and making acne appear worse. Conversely, cold water doesn't effectively remove oil and impurities, leaving your skin inadequately cleansed. Selecting an appropriate cleanser is crucial. For acne-prone skin, choose a gentle, pH-balanced cleanser specifically formulated for this skin type. The pH of your skin is approximately 4.5 to 5.5, slightly acidic. Using alkaline soaps disrupts this pH balance, damaging your acid mantle and increasing sensitivity and bacterial overgrowth. Look for cleansers labeled pH balanced or for acne-prone skin. Many quality acne cleansers contain salicylic acid, a beta-hydroxy acid that penetrates into pores to dissolve sebum and dead skin cells. A concentration of 0.5% to 2% is appropriate for daily cleansing. Some people prefer cleansers with benzoyl peroxide, which kills acne-causing bacteria. A 2.5% benzoyl peroxide cleanser is effective without excessive drying when used in a cleansing format rather than as a leave-on treatment. Others prefer gentle, fragrance-free cleansers without active ingredients, particularly if their skin is sensitive or if they're using other strong acne treatments. Experiment to find what works best for your skin, understanding that what works for your friend may not work for you. The cleansing process itself requires attention to technique. Wet your face thoroughly with lukewarm water to open your pores slightly and soften your skin. Apply your cleanser using your fingertips or a soft washcloth. Using your hands is often preferable because you have better control and can feel whether you're applying too much pressure. Gently massage the cleanser into your skin using circular motions for approximately 30 to 45 seconds. This duration gives the cleanser time to dissolve oil and loosen impurities without overstripping your skin. Pay special attention to your T-zone, your forehead, nose, and chin, where sebum production is typically highest. However, don't neglect other areas, particularly your jawline and cheeks where hormonal acne often appears. Be especially gentle around your eyes and lips where skin is thinner and more sensitive. Never use a rough scrub or washcloth, as physical abrasion can irritate acne lesions, spread bacteria, and increase inflammation. After thoroughly massaging, rinse your face completely with lukewarm water. Ensure you remove all cleanser residue, as leftover cleanser can irritate your skin and interfere with the absorption of treatment products. Pat your face gently dry with a clean, soft towel. This is important, never rub your face dry aggressively. Aggressive rubbing irritates inflamed acne, increases inflammation, and can spread bacteria to other areas of your face. Use a clean towel every time, as bacteria from used towels can contaminate your skin and worsen acne. After cleansing, wait 1 to 2 minutes before applying any treatment products. Applying products to damp skin can dilute them and reduce effectiveness. Additionally, some ingredients like retinoids and benzoyl peroxide can irritate damp skin more readily than dry skin. Use this waiting time to Remove contact lenses if you wear them, preventing irritation from treatment products coming into contact with your lenses. Immediately after cleansing and while your skin is still slightly damp, apply a hydrating toner or essence. Toners serve multiple purposes. They rebalance your skin's pH after cleansing, provide hydration, and prepare your skin to absorb subsequent treatment products more effectively. Choose a hydrating toner rather than an astringent one, as astringent toners can overdry acne-prone skin. Your toner should feel refreshing and absorb quickly without leaving sticky residue. Following your toner, apply your acne treatment product. If you're using salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide, apply it to your entire face or just to acne-prone areas depending on your skin's tolerance and your dermatologist's recommendations. If you're using stronger treatments like retinoids, apply them now according to your dermatologist's guidance. Finally, apply an appropriate moisturizer for your skin type. Many people skip this step thinking moisturizer will worsen acne, but this is a critical mistake. Your skin needs hydration regardless of acne status, and properly moisturized skin actually has better outcomes with acne treatment. Consistency is absolutely paramount. Your cleansing routine should become as automatic as brushing your teeth. Skip even one cleansing session, and you compromise your results. Many successful acne treatment success stories emphasize that the foundation was a consistent cleansing routine combined with appropriate treatments. Even the most powerful acne medications won't work if your skin isn't properly cleansed to allow product penetration. Guide 3: Advanced Exfoliation Science and Strategies for Acne-Prone Skin. Exfoliation is a critical component of acne management, yet it's often done incorrectly, causing more harm than benefit. Understanding exfoliation science and implementing proper techniques is essential for clear skin. Exfoliation removes dead skin cells that accumulate on your skin's surface and, more importantly, within your follicles. When dead skin cells accumulate inside follicles, they combine with sebum to create irritation and redness are common, particularly when starting benzoyl peroxide or when increasing concentration. This irritation is usually temporary and subsides within 1 to 2 weeks as your skin adapts. However, if you experience severe irritation, dermatitis, or reactions, discontinue use and consult a dermatologist. Contact dermatitis to benzoyl peroxide, while rare, does occur. If you develop an itchy rash that doesn't improve with reduced frequency, you may be allergic. Discontinue use and inform your dermatologist. Many people experience acne purging when starting benzoyl peroxide, temporary worsening of acne as bacteria die off and impurities are brought to the surface. This purging typically lasts 1 to 2 weeks. If purging lasts longer, consult your dermatologist. Photosensitivity is not a significant issue with benzoyl peroxide like it is with some other acne treatments, but you should still use sunscreen daily for general skin protection. Benzoyl peroxide is particularly effective for inflammatory papules and pustules, the classic red pimples with white centers. It's less effective for comedonal acne, blackheads and whiteheads, where salicylic acid is superior. Many dermatologists recommend combining benzoyl peroxide with salicylic acid for comprehensive acne treatment. Use salicylic acid to address comedones and exfoliate, and benzoyl peroxide to kill bacteria and reduce inflammation. Results from benzoyl peroxide appear relatively quickly. After 1 to 2 weeks of consistent use, inflammatory acne should appear less red and swollen. After 4 weeks, you should see significant improvement in the number of inflammatory lesions. Full results typically appear after 6 to 8 weeks of consistent use. Long-term use of benzoyl peroxide is safe and very common. Many people successfully maintain clear skin for years using benzoyl peroxide as their primary acne treatment. However, some dermatologists recommend occasionally taking breaks from benzoyl peroxide, perhaps 1 week per month, to allow your skin's natural bacteria to repopulate normally. This isn't absolutely necessary, but some people find it helpful in maintaining overall skin health. One important consideration: never use benzoyl peroxide with vitamin C or niacinamide at the same time, as benzoyl peroxide can oxidize these ingredients, reducing their effectiveness. Apply these ingredients in the morning and benzoyl peroxide in the evening, or use them on different days. Guide 6, Retinoids, the gold standard anti-aging and acne treatment comprehensive guide. Retinoids represent the gold standard in skincare science, with decades of research supporting their effectiveness for acne, aging, and general skin health. Understanding retinoids' mechanism, types, concentrations, and proper use is essential for anyone serious about achieving clear, healthy skin. Retinoids are vitamin A derivatives that work through multiple powerful mechanisms. First, they increase cellular turnover, causing your skin to shed old cells and reveal fresh, new skin underneath. This prevents dead skin cell accumulation that leads to clogged pores and comedones. Second, they normalize sebaceous gland function, helping regulate sebum production. Third, they stimulate collagen production, improving skin elasticity and minimizing fine lines. Fourth, they have anti-inflammatory effects, reducing the redness and irritation of acne. Fifth, they prevent follicular hyperkeratinization, the abnormal cell shedding that contributes to acne. Sixth, they have antioxidant properties, protecting skin from free radical damage. The retinoid family includes various types at different strengths. Over-the-counter retinol is the gentlest form, requiring conversion by your skin's enzymes to the active retinaldehyde and then to retinoic acid. This multi-step conversion process makes retinol gentler but less immediately effective than prescription retinoids. Retinol, retinaldehyde, is slightly more powerful than retinol, requiring one fewer conversion step. Prescription retinoids include tretinoin, retin-A, adapalene, differin, and tazarotene, which are already in their active form and thus more powerful and faster-acting than over-the-counter options. For someone new to retinoids, starting with over-the-counter retinol at a low concentration, 0.25 to 0.3%, is typically appropriate. This allows your skin to build tolerance gradually. After several months of consistent retinol use, you might consider asking your dermatologist about prescription retinoids for enhanced results. Retinoids are only used at night because they increase sun sensitivity substantially. UV exposure dramatically increases the risk of photosensitivity reactions and post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Morning retinoid use would leave your skin vulnerable to severe sun damage throughout the day. When starting retinoids, begin with a very conservative approach. Use a low-concentration retinol product just 2 to 3 times per week initially. Apply it to completely dry skin, as retinoids irritate damp skin significantly. Wait 20 minutes after cleansing before applying retinoid to ensure your skin is completely dry. Use a pea-sized amount for your entire face. Retinoids are potent and a little goes a long way. During the first 4 to 12 weeks of retinoid use, expect a retinization phase characterized by redness, peeling, flaking, and sometimes temporary worsening of acne. This is normal and doesn't indicate that retinoids aren't appropriate for you. This phase typically lasts 2 to 8 weeks and gradually resolves as your skin adapts. Many people who discontinue retinoids during this phase miss out on their incredible long-term benefits simply because they couldn't tolerate the short-term adjustment period. Managing retinization involves strategic moisturizing. Use your retinoid, then wait about 20 minutes, then apply a hydrating moisturizer over top. Some people layer their moisturizer directly on top of wet retinoid serum, which dilutes the retinoid slightly and reduces irritation. This is called the sandwich method. This method is appropriate when dealing with significant irritation. As your skin adapts, you can gradually stop using the sandwich method. Never combine retinoids with other strong actives initially. Using retinoids with benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, or chemical exfoliants on the same evening will cause severe irritation. Once your skin is adapted to retinoids alone, typically after 8 to 12 weeks, you might carefully introduce another active on different evenings. Eventually, some people successfully combine retinoids with other treatments, but build up to this gradually. Vitamin C and other antioxidants can be used with retinoids. Apply vitamin C in the morning and retinoids at night, or apply them on different days. Niacinamide can be used with retinoids in most cases, but some people find them together irritating initially. SPF 30+ broad-spectrum sunscreen is absolutely mandatory every single day when using retinoids, even if you don't plan to go outside. Window glass blocks most UVB rays but not UVA rays, meaning significant sun damage can occur even indoors. Reapply sunscreen every 2 hours if you'll be in the sun. Wear protective clothing, hats, and sunglasses when possible. The combination of retinoid use and sun exposure can cause severe reactions and permanent skin damage. As your skin adapts to retinoids over 8 to 12 weeks, gradually increase usage frequency. After tolerating 2 to 3 times weekly for 4 weeks, increase.
Article 5. How to heal acne scars and hyperpigmentation. Point 1. Understanding the aftermath of acne-clearing acne is only half the battle. What remains, the dark spots, dense and uneven texture, can feel even more stubborn than acne itself. Many people who have overcome breakouts still struggle with the emotional and physical scars left behind. Acne scarring and hyperpigmentation don't only affect appearance, they can also impact confidence and self-esteem. The good news? Skin has an extraordinary ability to repair itself when given time, care, and the right treatments. Point 2. The difference between scars and pigmentation: not all marks are the same. Acne scars are structural changes in the skin caused by deep tissue damage. Post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, PIH, are surface-level dark marks that form when melanin rushes to the site of inflammation. Post-inflammatory erythema, PE, refers to lingering redness due to broken capillaries. Identifying which one you have is essential because treatment strategies differ. Point 3. Why acne leaves scars. Scars form during the healing process. When the body detects damage, it sends collagen to repair it. If it sends too little, you get depressed scars; too much, and you get raised scars. Picking or squeezing pimples increases inflammation and collagen damage, making scars deeper and longer lasting. Prevention starts during the acne phase. Point 4. Types of acne scars. Understanding scar type helps target it more effectively. Ice pick scars: narrow, deep holes that look like punctures. Boxcar scars: wide, sharp-edged depressions. Rolling scars: shallow waves under the skin surface. Keloid scars: raised, thick scars caused by excessive collagen. Each requires a unique treatment approach. There's no one-size-fits-all. 5. The role of time and patience, one of the hardest truths. Scar healing takes time, months, even a year. The skin remodels slowly. With consistent care, scars soften, pigment fades, and texture smooths. Think of it as rehabilitation, not repair overnight. Point 6. Daily sun protection, the non-negotiable. If you do nothing else, wear sunscreen every single day. UV exposure darkens existing marks and slows collagen rebuilding. Choose SPF 30 or higher, ideally zinc oxide, based if you're acne prone. Make it your last step every morning, even when indoors or it's cloudy. Hyperpigmentation simply cannot heal without UV protection. Point 7. Gentle cleansing and hydration, avoid stripping cleansers. Over-cleansing compromises the barrier and delays recovery. Use a mild cleanser with ingredients like Centella Asiatica, oat extract, or green tea. Follow with a moisturizer rich in ceramides and niacinamide. These help rebuild the skin's protective layer and retain water, both vital for healing. Point 8. Exfoliation. Resurfacing old layers. Exfoliation encourages new skin growth by removing dull, damaged cells. AHAs, glycolic/lactic, improve texture, brightness, and pigmentation. BHAs, salicylic, clear pores, prevent new breakouts. PHAs, gluconolactone, gentle option for sensitive skin. Use exfoliants 2 to 3 times weekly, ideally at night, followed by moisturizer and sunscreen next morning. Point 9. Retinoids, the gold standard of regeneration. Retinoids speed up cell turnover, boost collagen production, and gradually fill in depressions. They're proven to reduce both scars and pigment. Start with adapalene 0.1% or retinol 0.3%, building tolerance slowly. Expect minor peeling initially, that's normal. Consistent use for 12 weeks can dramatically improve skin texture. Point 10. Vitamin C, the brightening powerhouse. Vitamin C, ascorbic acid, fades dark spots, evens tone, and strengthens collagen fibers. Use in the morning before sunscreen. For sensitive skin, try derivatives like sodium ascorbyl phosphate or ascorbyl glucoside, which are more stable and less irritating. Point 11. Niacinamide, the multitasking hero. Niacinamide, vitamin B3, reduces inflammation, strengthens the barrier, controls oil, and brightens hyperpigmentation. It also boosts the efficacy of other treatments like retinoids and vitamin C when layered correctly. Aim for 5 to 10% formulations. Point 12. Other brightening ingredients worth knowing. Licorice root extract soothes and fades dark spots naturally. Tranexamic acid, excellent for stubborn pigmentation. Use 2 to 3% serum. Alpha-arbutin, gentle melanin inhibitor that pairs well with niacinamide. Kojic acid, derived from fungi, helps lighten long-standing marks. Combine no more than 2 brighteners at a time to avoid irritation. Point 13. Collagen stimulation and repair for atrophic, depressed scars. Stimulating collagen is key. Home strategies: retinoids, long-term; peptides, repair proteins; microneedling devices. When done by professionals, collagen takes months to rebuild. Consistency is everything. Point 14. Professional in-clinic treatments for deeper scars or faster results. Dermatologists offer microneedling, controlled injury triggers collagen renewal; laser resurfacing, CO2, Fraxel removes scarred layers, boosts elasticity; chemical peels, glycolic or TCA peels resurface texture; subcision, releases tethered scars under the skin. PRP, platelet-rich plasma, uses your own blood growth factors to heal tissue. Always consult a certified dermatologist before these advanced treatments. Point 15. Home remedies, helpful but limited. Some natural ingredients offer support, not miracles. Aloe vera, anti-inflammatory, speeds up healing; rosehip oil, rich in fatty acids and vitamin A. Green tea extract, antioxidant and soothing. Apply consistently, but don't expect instant fading. Think of these as complementary therapy. Point 16. Nutrition and supplements for skin healing. Skin regenerates from within. Fuel it properly. Vitamin C and E, essential for collagen synthesis. Zinc, supports repair and controls inflammation. Omega-3 fatty acids, reduce redness. Protein, foundation of new tissue. Drink plenty of water, minimize alcohol. and reduce processed foods that trigger inflammation. Point 17. Avoiding new scars during treatment while healing. Prevent new breakouts at all costs. Avoid picking, squeezing, or over-exfoliating. Stick with non-comedogenic products, clean pillowcases, and consistent cleansing. Point 18. The role of microneedling at home. Caution advised. Some use at-home derma rollers, 0.25 to 0.3 mm, for mild texture issues. Disinfect thoroughly and never roll over active acne. For deeper scars, professional treatment is safer and more effective. Point 19. Managing expectations and mental health. Healing scars can be emotionally draining. Progress feels slow, and lighting changes can make scars look worse some days. Remember, no one has perfect skin. Focus on overall improvement, not perfection. Self-compassion speeds recovery more than stress ever could. Point 20. The perfect evening routine for scar repair. Gentle cleanser exfoliant, 𝑎HA/𝑏𝒂𝒄𝒆, alternate nights. Vitamin C or niacinamide serum. Retinoid, 2 to 3 nights/week. Ceramide moisturizer optional. Facial oil or sleeping mask. Consistency trumps intensity. Give your skin 12 weeks to reveal results. Point 21. Combining treatments safely. Never layer too many actives at once. Here's a safe pairing guide. Morning. Vitamin C plus niacinamide plus SPF. Night. Retinoid plus moisturizer. Alternate exfoliants, 𝑎HA/𝑏𝒂𝒄𝒆, every 2 to 3 days, not daily. Your skin needs rest days. 2.22. Long-term maintenance and prevention. Once scars fade, prevent relapse. Continue using SPF daily. Keep retinoids and vitamin C in your rotation. Manage stress and hormonal cycles. Treat pimples early to avoid future scars. Healing scars is not just skincare, it's self-care. Every day you stay consistent, your skin rebuilds itself from within. Article 6. Sensitive skincare. Calm, repair, and strengthen your barrier. Point 1. Understanding sensitive skin. Sensitive skin isn't a disease. It's a condition where the skin's protective barrier becomes weak, letting irritants and allergens penetrate more easily. People with sensitive skin often experience redness, burning, stinging, or dryness after applying products that others can use comfortably. In reality, nearly 60% of adults report some level of skin sensitivity. The key to managing it is not avoiding everything, but rebuilding and protecting your barrier, the invisible armor that keeps your skin balanced and strong. Point 2. The science behind the skin barrier. Your skin barrier, also known as the stratum corneum, is made up of tightly packed skin cells held together by lipids like ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids. When this barrier is intact, it retains moisture and blocks harmful substances. When it's damaged due to over-cleansing, harsh exfoliation, or environmental stress, skin becomes dry, inflamed, and reactive. Imagine your barrier as a brick wall. Remove too much mortar, lipids, and the wall starts to crumble. Point 3. Common causes of sensitive skin. Several factors can weaken your barrier. Overuse of exfoliants and acids, harsh cleansers with sulfates or alcohol, fragrance and essential oils in skincare, weather changes, cold, dry, or windy climates, hormonal fluctuations and stress, genetic conditions like eczema or rosacea. The more triggers you identify, the easier it becomes to protect your skin proactively. Point 4. The difference between sensitive and sensitized skin. Sensitive skin is genetic. It's just how your skin behaves naturally. Sensitized skin, however, is created. It becomes sensitive due to damage from overuse of products or environmental stress. Most people today actually have sensitized skin from doing too much, not too little. The good news: sensitized skin can fully recover with the right care. Point 5. Step 1. Simplify your routine. When your skin is reactive, minimalism is your best friend. Cut your routine down to 3 essentials: gentle cleanser, hydrating moisturizer, sunscreen, SPF 30 or higher. Everything else can wait until your barrier heals. Your goal is stability, not stimulation. Point 6. Choosing the right cleanser. Cleansing should never feel tight or squeaky. Look for pH-balanced, 4.5 to 6, sulfate-free, fragrance-free cleansers. Good ingredients: ceramides, oat extract, panthenol, green tea, glycerin. Avoid foaming cleansers with sodium lauryl sulfate or menthol. Wash only twice a day, morning and night, with lukewarm water. 7. Moisturizing. Article 13. The truth about pores. Can you really shrink them? 1. Why pores fascinate and frustrate us. Everyone has pores, yet most people wish they didn't. We obsess over them in magnifying mirrors, wondering why they look so large, uneven, or dirty. Beauty advertisements promise to erase or shrink them overnight, feeding an illusion that perfect, poreless skin exists. The truth? Pores are not flaws, they're vital, functional openings that keep your skin alive. You can't erase them, but you can refine and balance them. Once you understand how pores actually work, you'll stop fighting them and start supporting them. 2. What pores really? Area pore is a small opening in your skin through which oil and sweat reach the surface. There are two main kinds: sweat pores, part of your sweat glands; sebaceous pores, connected to your oil glands and hair follicles. Each hair on your body grows from a follicle, and at the base of that follicle lies a sebaceous gland that produces sebum, your skin's natural moisturizer. The opening through which that sebum travels is the pore you see. 3. Why pores appear larger. Pores can't physically open or close like doors. Their size is genetically determined. What changes is how visible they are. When pores fill with oil, dead cells, or debris, they stretch and appear bigger. A buildup of sebum oxidizes at the surface, turning dark. That's the blackhead you notice. Enlarged pores are usually a reflection of skin texture, oil balance, and age, not cleanliness. 4. The myth of shrinking pores. No product can permanently change the size of a pore. You can't close them, tighten them forever, or make them disappear. What you can do is minimize their appearance by keeping them clean, hydrated, and surrounded by healthy collagen. Think of pores like the openings in fabric. When the fibers are strong and elastic, the holes look smaller. When the fabric stretches or weakens, they widen. 5. Genetics and skin type. Genetics play the largest role in pore size. People with oily or combination skin naturally have larger pores because they produce more sebum. Those with dry skin have smaller pores but may suffer from flaking and tightness. You can't change your genetics, but you can manage the conditions that make pores look worse: oil buildup, dehydration, and aging. 6. The role of collagen and aging. Collagen is the scaffolding that supports your skin. In youth, collagen keeps everything firm and lifted. As collagen declines with age, pores lose support and look more visible. That's why retinoids, vitamin C, and sunscreen, which protect and rebuild collagen, indirectly make pores look smaller over time. 7. Daily cleansing habits matter more than you think. Cleansing doesn't close pores, but it does prevent them from stretching. Wash your face twice daily with a mild, pH-balanced cleanser to remove oil and impurities. If you wear makeup or sunscreen, double cleanse at night. Start with an oil cleanser, then use a gentle water-based one. Avoid harsh scrubbing. Friction inflames pores and worsens texture. 8. Exfoliation. The great refiner. Dead skin cells are like dust in your pores. Exfoliation clears them out before they settle. Chemical exfoliants such as salicylic acid, BHA, penetrate deep into oily pores, dissolving clogs from within. Alpha hydroxy acids, AHAs, like glycolic or lactic acid, polish the surface for a smoother look. Use exfoliants 2 or 3 times a week. Overdoing them can damage your barrier and enlarge pores further. 9. Steam and warm water. Temporary effects. Only steam opens pores visually, not physically. Heat softens oil plugs, making extraction easier, but once the skin cools, pores return to normal size. Steaming is useful before applying masks or doing extractions. Just don't overheat the skin or do it daily. A 5-minute warm compress once a week is plenty. Point 10. Cold water and ice. The short-term tightener. Splashing cold water or rubbing ice on the face constricts blood vessels and gives a temporary tightening sensation. It's refreshing but doesn't change pore size. However, it can reduce inflammation and make pores appear smaller for a few hours, a good pre-event trick, not a long-term cure. Point 11. Clay masks. Nature's vacuum cleaners. Clay masks, especially those made from kaolin or bentonite, absorb excess oil and impurities. Use once or twice weekly, leaving it on for no longer than 10 minutes. Overusing clay masks can dry the skin and paradoxically cause more oil production. Always follow with a hydrating serum or moisturizer afterward. Point 12. Retinoids. The real game changers. Retinoids are vitamin A derivatives that increase cell turnover and boost collagen by clearing dead cells and thickening the dermal layer. Retinoids reduce the appearance of pores from within. Start slowly, 2 nights a week, and moisturize generously. Over time, usually 12 weeks or more, your pores appear smoother, tighter, and less noticeable. Point 13. Niacinamide. The balancer. Niacinamide, or vitamin B3, is one of the most versatile ingredients for all skin types. It regulates oil production, strengthens the barrier, and brightens dullness. Regular use. 5 to 10% concentration helps balance sebum and refine texture, giving pores a soft focus look under light. Point 14. Sunscreen. The unsung hero of pore care. UV damage breaks down collagen, leading to sagging and enlarged pores. Wearing sunscreen daily protects your skin structure and prevents further enlargement. Look for lightweight, non-comedogenic formulas. They won't clog pores or feel greasy. Point 15. Hydration. The overlooked secret. Dehydrated skin exaggerates pores. When your skin lacks water, pores look more sunken and rough. Using hydrating serums with hyaluronic acid and glycerin plumps the surrounding tissue, softening the entire texture. Drink enough water, but remember, topical hydration matters. 2.16. Professional treatments that deliver. If home care isn't enough, dermatologists can offer advanced treatments. Chemical peels, laser resurfacing, and microneedling all stimulate collagen and refine texture. Microneedling creates microinjuries that trigger new collagen formation, tightening skin naturally. Laser treatments target oil glands and promote smoothness. These aren't overnight miracles, but consistent sessions yield visible refinement. Point 17. Why overcleansing backfires. Many people with visible pores think the solution is to scrub harder. In reality, overcleansing strips natural oils and triggers rebound sebum. The skin produces even more oil to compensate. Gentle cleansing twice daily is optimal. If your face feels squeaky or tight afterward, it's too harsh. Point 18. Common products that exaggerate pores. Heavy creams, silicones, and certain sunscreens can